Today, Enza has been conscripted to go searching into a recent ravine discovered by some of the smiths of Enza. A couple of them are going to be trying to accompany you guys as well because they've found a very rare ore. It's called living iron. It's an iron that is very valuable to smiths because not only is it incredibly durable and I don't want to say easy to craft with, but for a master craftsman, the rewards for crafting with it are very, very high. And we can get into some of the specifics of living iron, but it is the only ore known on the planet of Katarana that is capable of producing sentient weapons. And getting a sentient weapon is also quite rare. It's like 1 in a million type of thing, maybe a little bit less, but sentient weapons most of the time, unless there's severe influence otherwise from powerful beings, don't come from anything other than living iron. So this is very, very valuable, and it's been found in one of the ravines of the new forest outside of Enza.
Okay, well, some stuff from last session then. Got it.
Just a little bit of exploring right outside your door.
Like the living, is it living iron or living ore? The iron?
Yeah, it'll be raw living iron ore.
Okay. And it can be used in like weapons, armor, just regular items?
Yes. It can be used for pretty much anything, but it's a master smith's material for many reasons. So if you guys are going to be looking at your scrolls, checking out the job, you've been requested to show up and escort a couple of smiths from Enza out to the boonies of this new woods here. We've got Yogg, Cyro, and Magnus to play today, and Cyro will show up a little bit later. But if you guys want to give an intro to your characters, that'd be awesome.
I feel like I should go first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you typically go first.
I think I forgot to update it again, so it's gonna be. I try to make it different every time, so it'll probably be the same as last time.
Totally.
Okay, so I'm role-playing as Yogg. I'm Homer. Role-playing as Yogg, who's role-playing as a halfling. He's a bit uglier than your average halfling, has extra large ears. He covers it up with his fancy, oversized wizard's hat. He's small size, enjoys sneaking at night, and long walks where he's flanking someone. He's got a classically checkered past as a rogue. He's turning over a new leaf with the Vanguard. He also always has some kind of unique leaf in his pockets. And most of all, Yogg loves a weird, mostly harmless prank more than anything else.
Love to hear it. And we've seen a few of those in action too.
And next I'm going to flavor one of his features too. There's his debilitating strike now has bleed. If you fail the condition, and it's going to be from those plants, it's going to be like there's a poison.
That's cool.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm playing Magnus. He is a scion, cyborn scion. He is also from his past. He was a kind of the way he came up. He found himself getting in the field of being an assassin, like a dark stealth assassin who used his mind to do a lot of things. He doesn't care what it takes to get the job done type of person. He'll do it, whether if someone has to die to make it happen, then he's not going to be like, oh no, I don't want to kill. If they have to die, he'll kill them. Or if they have to sacrifice someone, he'll sacrifice them. He just get the job done, whatever it takes to get the job done type of person. Not really going to sacrifice himself if he doesn't have to, but he got taken into the Radiant Vanguard. They kind of heard about his work that he's done. And he worked with a few people on the outside, maybe some small mission jobs and stuff like that. Got introduced into the Radiant Vanguard, and he's like, yeah, you know what? I think you guys are doing some good work, and maybe I'll tag along with you guys. He's not from Enza, so when Enza came over here into this world, he wasn't part of that. He's from one of these other areas from this world. So, but yeah, that's kind of a little bit about.
Very cool. And I'm gonna be the DM. So. We can probably assume you guys are in the bar just hanging out, reading over your scrolls, and it's starting to get closer and closer to the time that you guys are called upon for your job. Coincidentally, this job is going to be happening at night, just for the pure fact of noticing the living iron is a lot easier at night.
Okay. Before we go out, I'll be like, So now that we're back in the bar area, I would say that this is probably the area where I can't speak again. So I'll reach out telepathically to Yogg, and I'll be like, Yogg, I don't know about you, but I need to go and get some spells maybe before going. Oh wait, I don't have any money. Yeah, never mind. Magnus doesn't have any money, so no. Hey, whenever you're ready to go out, I'm ready to go and get this done. So.
And luckily, you're on a job that gets paid today.
Oh, actually, Magnus, his good buddy and great friend, who's actually his roommate, who was his roommate in the Radiant Vanguard, Draven was his roommate. Draven has most recently, he's left the Radiant Vanguard to go back to his village. And he's going to do some study. He's had a lot go on. Losing an arm, losing a hand, kind of conflict, inner turmoil about with his deity, and with the whole warlock book and all that. So he's going to take some time off to go do some studying and some meditation back in his village. So he passed off some stuff to Magnus before he left, saying he told him, hey friend, I'm going to take off, so I'm going to just leave my stuff here with you. If you don't mind, just kind of watch for me and take care of it. Use it if you need to use it. But I'm going to go ahead and take off now. And he took a couple plants with him, and Draven headed out. Magnus is going to have a couple of Draven stuff.
Why do I feel like the Draven Magnus friendship is actually like super toxic, where like Magnus is just like abusing Draven the whole time?
Magnus plays with him
if they had the same face.
Magnus messes with them and thinks that plants, and he like put thoughts in Draven's head to think plants are really talking back, but they're really not. So he does that to him a lot.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no, unless there's anything you want to go do, I'm ready to just kind of head out in the area.
I feel like we don't usually have to pay. Do we have to pay for our like drinks and stuff at this tavern? I forget.
No, not really. This is kind of like the Vanguard's tavern.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we know how much ore that we're trying do the scrolls tell us how much we need to collect to bring back?
Not at the moment, no. It was more or less vaguely telling you the lore of what living iron was, not how much or necessarily even what the job entails. It's just escort some smiths to find iron. Is kind of like the info that was there, other than like living iron or lore.
Do we know how many smiths that we have to escort?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
But
yeah, I mean, hey, Yogg, if you're ready, Yogg, let's go and meet the smiths, and let us go to where this living ore is located.
Yeah, I'm assuming there's a reasonable expectation that the smiths are like gonna give us info. We're not gonna have to like fight them to learn additional details, right? So then I think Yogg doesn't have anything else to do. So
okay, perfect. And on your scroll, it says where you're supposed to meet him, pretty much like right at the front gate. As you guys are walking out, you're going to see a little bit of twilight take over the night sky, getting closer and closer to the gate. You guys are going to see the new forest bordering our walls here.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it's starting to get maybe a little bit more ominous as the night creeps forward. And you guys meet with a couple of smiths peering into the darkness, a little bit scared even. Obviously 3 dwarfs.
Yeah.
This is like pretty obviously scared. I don't need to be rolling insight for, like it's pretty, and they're nervous.
They're definitely nervous, and you guys are in a way playing bodyguard for these guys here. But honestly, they don't look like pushovers either. They look like, rough and tumble dudes who deal with a lot of like smithing throughout the day.
I want to go up and just basically be like, hey, I'm going to be talking, like, hey, tell me about this ore and stuff like that. Like, the more that I can understand what you're doing, that could be helpful. But mostly, Yogg's not, going to be like half listening. So if you want to like leave out details, it's okay. He's mostly just me trying to size him up.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah, this is also I'm going to be using my mind sense, and I'll be using, I'll make sure I use stamina as well to whoever the leader guy is for these guys. I want to try to read his surface thoughts to see, is he telling us the truth or trying to deceive us on anything?
Definitely. And the leader's going to step up and he's going to say, I'm here to lead the crew. You can call me Thorin. And the other one's going to look at him and he's going to say, you can also call me Thorin. And then the other one's going to look at him and say, I'm just Jeff.
My name is Daryl. This is my brother Daryl. This is my other brother Daryl. Almost like, yeah. Thorin, I am Magnus. We were sent to escort you. What can you tell us about where we are going? What do you know, and what should we expect?
And a small look of shock is kind of on his face as you talk to him without even moving your mouth. And he's like, got some professionals here. More or less just thinking that to himself. We're after the living iron ore, he's going to say aloud, even trying to answer Yogg as well as they were inquiring about it. Living iron is something very, very rare, oftentimes only wrote about in stories. For us to find something so unique right next to Enza's door is going to be a gold mine. Well, actually better, an iron mine.
What are your intentions for this ore? What are you planning to do with it?
Well, first and foremost, we've been contracted to get at least one pure vein. I don't know the mining terms, but one pure chunk of living iron, enough to craft a weapon. The tricky thing about living iron is it remembers every single moment during the smithing process, and it's not forgiving. If you mess up, that'll simply be a scar on the weapon forever. And I've been contracted to make a very special weapon for a very wealthy individual who just happened to hear of our iron situation.
Oh, Thorin, you can't leave us hanging like that with those juicy little tidbits. Who are we making this weapon for?
Well, somebody who's curator in precious metals from the Cataranan core.
I want to do a read surface thoughts. So I'm going to be doing a spell check against their intelligence save to see if he's telling me the truth. I rolled a 15.
Okay. And this guy's not like the most intelligent, so he's only going to get a +2 on his intelligence save.
Yeah.
And that was terrible. You got a 5.
Yeah, I just want to sense it. What I'm trying to do is sense, is he telling me the truth? Is he telling us the truth? Or is he hiding something from us?
What he said was definitely truthful.
Okay.
Have I had long enough time and I can roll if I need to, but like, does one of them look stronger than the other? Does one of them have a limp? Is one of them like the smarts, the other guy's like the muscle? Is there anything sort of those sorts of details I can glean?
Yeah, definitely. And if you want to give a roll for like maybe some more specifics, there's definitely obvious like tells for some of these guys. But if you want to like on some of the details, let's go for a roll.
Would insight make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. 12.
Okay. Not terrible. It's easy to see that Thorin, the leader, Thorin number 1, is a little bit like stronger. He's kind of like the boisterous one of the group. So you could see that they look to him as leader, but it's not necessarily like a leader type of situation. None of them seem to be employed by any of the other. It just seems like a couple of maybe even competing smiths are banding together to work towards a mutual goal.
So he's kind of like the voice of the party, but it's not like the other two work for him.
Yeah. And honestly, both Thorins look similar as well.
Okay. Do I see any obvious like rivalries or tension between them at all?
If there was a rivalry, it's not apparent from what you can see.
Okay. What was the third guy's name?
Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff.
That's right. It's not Thorin Oakenshoe. Right. Okay.
But yeah, they're basically just gonna say, scouts have found a ravine, glowing deeply and giving off a very, very faint hum, the distinct hum of living iron. And it's almost like a pulsing that you'll be able to hear when you get closer. And they're going to more or less tell you, leave the excavation of the iron to them unless we need help or it's emergency or something like that. Because you can mess up harvesting the living iron ore. And because it's something that remembers all of its imperfections and bruises, it's something that you could inflict onto the smith who is going to use the ore.
Okay. So is this okay? Can I do a history check? Can I do a history check on if I can recall anything about iron ore in the sense of what I'm specifically wanting to find out about is it kind of like a thing of like We Are Legion, where they are just a community, like a communal type of sentience. So if one of them, like if part of it goes, do they know that, and is it something that's going to hurt it? I'm just trying to get my sense, or are they kind of separate individuals? Like maybe if you harvest them off, I just want to see if I recall anything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give a roll to see like how much history, and especially if you're like asking them, they might be able to help you too.
So they pretty much keep them safe.
21.
Ooh, really good. So you're almost like recounting the history of some of this iron ore, and you're able to remember that it doesn't necessarily keep a hardline memory for the entire ore vein. It's just the ore that's being smithed. So if it's chunked apart, it's a separate entity. And as you're recanting all of this, the head guy, Thorin, is actually going to reveal his hand. This is a chunk we were able to. This was a chunk of living iron we were able to recover. It's a small, very imperfect version. I can see at least 13 different blemishes on this one. And if honestly anyone wanted to use this, it may even end up just being trash in the first place.
Does it understand language, or it's more like physical interactions with it?
Well, son, he's going to say, well, son, I don't think I've ever thought about that. I don't curse at him if that's what you're asking.
I mean, I guess I guess they're dwarves, so it wouldn't be. Normally, if he reaches his hand out, it's like straight up. But for the dwarves, it's only like a little bit up.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to just hold out his hand to take it. See if he'll hand it to him.
And he'll actually just let you have it. In his eyes, this is a worthless piece of ore. So he's just going to like plop it in your hand. But you're still going to feel like a faint like throbbing or hum from it. Like
I want to know. Yag is going to immediately start whispering to it. Like quiet enough that they can't hear what he's saying. He's going to be like whispering.
Definitely.
He's saying things like, got you now. It's okay. Keep you safe.
I have a stick that'll love you.
Don't sweeten things. Yeah, take care. Now I just have to find paper. Stick in a rock. I guess, wait, no. Why would I was thinking scissors for some reason. Anyway, I'm trying to stick into scissors.
Okay, is there anything else that we need to know before we go out? Or are you guys ready to go now?
Do you know of are there any known dangers in the area? Any reported, like, creatures or anything like that?
So it is a little bit unfortunate, but the person who recovered this ore for us barely made it out of there alive. We don't exactly know what they were running from with such a fervent fear that not even monsters themselves could chase them down.
How hush-hush have we been about the existence of this vein that was discovered?
This is a relatively well-kept secret. The only ones who have to know about this is going to be Enza and the people who were involved with finding it. We would like to, at the very least, keep this under wraps until we're able to recover a reasonable amount.
Is the funder of this from the Solobrex Dominion or from the Karn Obsidia?
I'm not necessarily allowed to disclose my buyer's information, but understand that he's not the only one trying to purchase this as well. Kind of inclining that Enza himself and all of the other people around him are trying to acquire something. But there is a fear for sure.
What Magnus is worried about is from the previous sessions, from the memory thing that we went down, is the Pharaoh trying to get a hold of something like this for the device that he was trying to make to harness up all that power, and that's what Magnus is going to try to recall. Can I do like some type of check to see if I recall seeing anything like living ore within that chest piece that the Pharaoh was wearing?
Sure, absolutely.
Be like what would I use for that? What kind of, would that be like an awareness check or just would that be another history check?
A memory check.
Be a memory just an intelligence, I guess. Intelligence.
Yep, that'd make sense.
Okay.
While you're doing this, I think Yag would probably slip away for a moment with like planning on catching up. Yeah, keep going, sorry.
Oh, you're good, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think Yag's biggest fear right now is some kind of double cross or like thieves and like stuff like that, of like people, word having gotten out Like, if you've got wealthy people, they're not going to keep their mouth shut. He knows that. So I think he's going to slip away for a minute, and like he'll catch up right away. But to go just kind of put some feelers out about like who knows about this without revealing it himself, obviously. But like,
Yeah.
see if does need to, how much do I need to watch my own back against other people like us, bounty hunters and stuff?
That's kind of what I'm worried about right now too. Yeah. But yeah, I rolled a 10 for what I recall from that memory. I don't think I'm gonna probably recall that much from that.
Definitely. You don't really recall all that much, and hopefully I can do this visually, but you're like trying really, really hard to actually recall this here. And as you're moving back through your memories in the vision, you see it right in your face, and then it's gone. Just blocked by like some bad memories, all back together to bring you to just the ore right back to your face.
That was good. That was good. And you know what sucks is because I'm on my laptop right now, I can only have a couple screens open, and right when I open the window back up, it kind of like flashed away. So I think you did it pretty quickly, anyways. Yeah. Okay. No. I think I understand. So okay. Yeah. No. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. But yeah, I kind of like Yogg. And I'll speak to Yogg telepathically, and Yogg understand that when I speak to you telepathically, you're able to speak back to me telepathically, as long as I talk to you first. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use my telekinesis, and I'm going to create I'm going to use my ancestry trait for telepathic link, and I'm going to create a link between me and Yogg, so this way Yogg can talk to me whenever he wants at this point.
Nice.
There would be a save for this, but I know you would fail. You can just fail it on purpose.
Yeah, of course.
So this way we can stay linked using my ancestry trait for Cyborn.
Yeah, I feel like Yogg and Magnus are like a little bit competitive, but also like good friends. So he would be like, this is convenient. If there is any way, I'm trying to think about this. Ends of the city, walled city, right? It has an outer wall and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any way he could set up maybe a few people to keep their eyes out to see if anyone follows us or like sneaks off later into the... Because this is probably not a forest that like has regular traffic, right? So
yeah.
Okay, if he can maybe get some eyes, maybe drop some coins and grease some palms to have some eyes watching the forest, and then maybe like have somebody like off the big Vanguard tower, maybe like light up a firework or something if someone ends up going into the forest after we leave or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. And you guys are basically on the wall. There are guards stationed there, and for night expeditions, you could probably imagine at least they would keep track of who's going in and out of the city. So it would be more than easy to like explain to one of these guys like, hey, let's get with it. Make sure everyone's up and up, not doing anything wrong. And
let's make sure we've got extra eyes though, like watching, just watching to see if anyone's going out instead of not just coming in. Like they probably, you know what I mean? Like the wall guards. Focus the other way around. That's the only thing I can really think of doing here. Is just I'm feeling paranoid, I think.
Yeah, no. But other than that, I'm ready. I say let's just go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Definitely.
And I'll be going as fast as I can. Is that probably will only take me a couple minutes, so I can quickly get back.
I don't know. Doesn't Yogg have little legs?
Yeah.
No, I got little legs. Hold on. Wait for me.
And exiting into the forest, you guys are going to notice that it gets darker and darker as you move into it because these trees create a faint fog that kind of like blots out the sky a little bit. But it still lets a faint like image of twilight through. So it's not necessarily too dark, but it is starting to get darker as you guys walk in. And moonlight is a little bit less helpful than usual.
Can I look down and see if I start seeing a faint hint of a shadow?
You sure do.
Okay. Well, that's what I thought.
And
yeah, no, I'm just gonna. I just want to. I think I would try to position myself kind of off to the side. Like I would kind of be off to the side. I'm not trying to lead these guys at all. I know we're escorting them, so but I'm not going to be right there with them. I want to be kind of off to the side, kind of checking out the area and paying attention to what's ahead of us. Is what I'm going to be kind of looking at.
definitely. And this is a unique situation where you're escorting somebody, but they are leading you too.
Yeah.
Because they know where we're going, but we don't, right?
Yes. And they also have never been there. They just have reports of where it should be from the person who recovered the orb.
I'm going to do opposite corner of Magnus, and I'm basically going to tell them, like, if all goes well, you're not going to see me again for the rest of the night. And I'm just going to slip. I will stay, like, in the shadows instead.
Oh, man, that's good.
Honestly, kind of intimidating. But
Yeah.
they're like, did he just ditch us?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they wouldn't see either one of us at this point because we would be off, like, kind of out of their eyesight. But as I'm out of range, because my telepathic, because I have telepathic reach for an ancestry, I can speak out to 100 spaces. I would just say to them, do not worry, we are still watching from the shadows. And even though they can't see us, I want them to know that we are still there.
If I hear them whisper at all, like as I'm going off, like, did he just ditch us? I think Yag will stop and turn around and be like, if you need help, or like you're in danger, don't worry, I already know. Like, that'll be the last thing he'll say before he flips off.
Thorin, and Jeff are gonna look at themselves and be like, okay. And moving deeper and deeper into the forest, you're going to see just like broken branches. A couple of these trees are actually starting to get a little bit less lively than some of the ones closer to Enza. And as you start to like almost come out to a clearing where you're able to see where these guys have been leading you, there begins to be a large wind that picks up and blows a moth swarm directly past you guys. The 3 dwarves are getting hit by the moths, just like, what's going on? And you guys are going to need to make some checks to make sure that you are not also a part of this.
Would I have had time to? I've pumped a little bit more into my disguise. Could I also, if there was time, like as we're leaving, to quickly adjust myself to look more like the goblin in the Vanguard, and because like people know that I'm maybe going out with this group, but I want to look like somebody else if I can.
Tell me you're going out looking like Noid.
Yeah, Noid, exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Sounds good to me. I don't mind.
Okay. Do you want me to roll for it, or?
For a disguise, yeah, we'll see how like well you did with it.
Okay.
Can I assist in this, because I have I took math, like I trade point. I bought a trade point in being very good at disguising. Can I help with this?
Sure, I don't mind. Especially if you guys planned it ahead of time.
Yeah.
19's my total.
That is pretty good. You're looking a lot like Noid. You know, if you would have just slapped on some green skin, it just would have looked like Yogg with green skin, but like you actually got some of the details down, and it's looking good.
I'm gonna be like, you will not believe this, but not long ago when I first met Noid, I thought he was you from a distance.
Yeah, that's where I got the idea of this, actually, from that episode when I was watching it. I was like, I'm now gonna pretend to be Noid.
That is so funny.
Don't want him to be annoyed.
My gosh. So, all right,
rolling
a check for this?
Yep. What makes sense to you guys? Because this could be an agility check to try to like dodge out of the way of these moths here, but there is a decent amount of like dust coming off of their wings. So if you wanted to go for some other type of check that could make sense, it makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do like an acrobatics type of thing where I'm like maneuvering, like how well am I maneuvering around this, like getting like branches and stuff like that.
Can I do acrobatics as well?
Yes, absolutely. And depending on how well you guys do, that's actually pretty good. 15. We're also going to try to apply some of these successes to the dwarves because they are currently in peril.
I did not do good.
So
I got my good rolls out of the way.
Yeah.
You gotta use these up before combat.
Yeah.
Use the bad ones now.
Yogg's actually doing a pretty good job of bobbing and weaving out of these moths here. Honestly, some of them don't even like recognize or realize that he's where he's at. It's kind of like the dwarves are just like the main target, kind of like they're out in the middle of the moonlight and you guys specifically hid yourselves. So you don't even really have to deal with too many of them. Like one of them flutters your way and you flick it off. And then the next ones we're going to be looking at are around Magnus. Now, the first couple that start like fluttering in your face, you're just like, easy, smack away. But like then you realize there's like a small flutter around the back of your neck and you just like start feeling this ominous presence. And you realize you have like 6 of them on your back.
Do I have time to do something with this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, if there's a tree nearby, I just want to like drape my back across this tree is all I kind of want to try and do.
Definitely. And I do also have one little effect that we're going to have determined by this.
Oh no. Oh no, I knew it.
I knew it. I should have done something different. Okay.
So, can you roll a D4 for me?
It's what limb you're gonna lose. That's why it's a D4.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like.
It's technically only 1 through 3. 4 would be a reroll.
Okay,
But,
3.
You would either have a drowsy, panic, or lock debuff, and you have chosen lock for your number 3. So you are very briefly, for 1 round, going to feel paralyzed.
My gosh.
And it's not going to be that long, and we're not necessarily in combat here, but we are going to need some skill challenges to get rid of these fluttering monsters. And all 3 of the dwarves seem to be affected by some of these things as well.
Is there a way with all my different herbal stuff? I know that some types of insects don't like certain strong smells. Is it feasible that maybe I could have a little baggie that maybe had like some mints or other like spices types in it that maybe they don't like, that I could like put on one of the dwarves? Or I don't know if I would have noticed Magnus initially having an issue, but I definitely would have noticed the dwarves first. I mean, they're between me and him anyways.
If you want to make a fate roll to see if you'd have the type of stuff that you would need, but in most cases, you are right. Insects can be warded off with like things like cinnamon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you have ants or something.
Can I roll a D100 even though I know it's normally a D20? I feel like it's more intense if I roll a...
Sure. It's kind of more exact that way.
Oh no! Okay.
Just outright 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of a D100. Wow.
So you don't
I'm okay with the negative.
Yeah, you don't actually have what you were hoping for. You also like start rifling through your pack and pulling out a couple of flowers, and like a moth or two literally just lands on the flower. Like,
okay. Can I make my next check with some kind of minus? I feel like a minus D4. I feel like it's fair after rolling a 3 on a D1. I know I'm analyzing myself, but I feel like I deserve it.
I think that would be fun. So as things are progressing, we're gonna need some more checks. What would you guys like to do to respond to these fluttering monsters?
What can I do if I'm paralyzed? I don't think I can really do anything, can I? Or can I make a save, like a what would it be, like a mental save or a physical save?
Yes, save to break out of that would be required.
Okay. What do you want me to do? You want me to do a physical or mental save?
It would definitely be a mental save, but I would be fine with a physical save, like mind over matter type of thing.
I'll be fine with the physical, or with the mental. I'll be fine with the mental save. So I'll do an intelligence save to see if I can break myself out of this.
All right, this might be kind of dumb, but I'm wondering how obvious are their effects? Are there effects on the dwarves? Like, is Zog just like, oh, these are like a pest, or is he like, oh, this is a magical creature that's like seriously endangering us?
So the effects are pretty noticeable, especially for Jeff. He's being inflicted with a panic debuff, so he's currently like just like frantically fighting in fear, the like fluttering moths in front of his face. The other two, they're not necessarily that affected. Somehow both of them got the drowsy debuff, so you can kind of see like waning back and forth for the other two.
14 on my mental save. Would I be out of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
14 for sure.
So
to keep it interesting, if I could do a trickery check to, maybe I'm wearing gloves as part of my disguise, because I think Noid has gloves on in his image. If I maybe can like come up and try to be like cleaning off the dwarves as part, or like keeping them off me, and like maybe I have like a bag, it's like a random bag that I'm just like trying to shove them all in, all the moths. So like get them off of them, brush them off, shove them in a bag or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd be fun.
So I'm gonna create my fireball. I'm gonna use my fireball spell, knowing that moths. I'm hoping that moths here are the same as moths in the other world, that they're attracted to like big bright lights, and I want to create a fireball, a bright light with it, and I want to throw it off in a direction off to the side to see if I can get them to go after that.
Okay, perfect. And let's get a check from Yogg first to see how well he's able to handle some of these butterflies or moths.
Here goes.
Nice.
Actually, really well.
Nice.
And it's a really good thing you have gloves on too, because you're getting your gloves just drenched in this like strange powder, and it's starting to get like thicker and thicker as you get your gloves covered in it. But you have a bag of like smushed moths, and it's kind of gross.
Okay, so sorry, wait, give me a second. I was about to say something, but so my like flavor feature at level 3 with the subclass that I picked I've forgotten the name of it now. But it's the one, sorry. It's the one that has 1,000 cuts and 100 ways to die.
Oh. Okay.
And so one of the parts, it just blanked on the name. I thought I had written down, but I forgot to copy that over. So I'm an expert at studying and identifying weaknesses in bodies and how best to kill creatures. So this isn't exactly what and they're moths, but I'm wondering if I can maybe like fudge that a little bit to see if I know of a way of like, now I actually kind of want to harvest this powder or this like dust on them. Is this bag going to be like a safe way of containing it? Could I reasonably figure that out? Or that's just beyond what I would be able to figure out?
In the heat of
It
the
says-
moment, it would be hard to figure that out. So if you want to make a check to see like maybe like nature or something.
Yeah, that makes more sense actually. The reason I was thinking this is because it says you have advantage on any checks to determine how something died or could die easier, which is not what I'm trying to do, so this is definitely fudging. But then it says this extends to poisons, toxins, or identifying other materials used to kill. I guess this isn't actually. Yeah, I'll just do a nature check if I can do that. That makes way more sense.
Yeah, definitely. And as you do your nature check, let's see a check from Magnus to see how well that fire trick is going to work out.
Yagi is not a nature boy. He is definitely a city boy, so.
Dirty 20.
Honestly, really good.
Yeah.
And,
Pretty choice.
Yog's sitting here just like getting the sticky stuff off of his fingers, like, is this properly stored? And you're looking at like dripping moth guts from your bag, and you're like, yeah, probably. You put it away. And then you're gonna see like this big ball of fire starting to like glow around Magnus's hands. And did you say you were throwing it specifically, or what would you like to do?
Yeah, I want to throw it, but I don't want to throw it at like a tree or nothing like that. I kind of want to use the passive portion of Firebolt, where it's like you can create that ball of fire, and I want to try to grab the attention of all of these moths, and I'm going to go off to the side, and I want to kind of like set this firebolt down, this fireball on a rock or something, and see if I can attract them to the side away from it.
Okay, absolutely. And you had a really good check with that. So they are starting to follow this like big flaming ball that you've set down on like a rock. And just like the saying goes, a moth to a flame, they will literally, some of them just fly right into the fire, just being an idiot, killing themselves, just looking for the light. And it's working from what you can tell. Not all of them are killing themselves immediately on the burning glow, but you're starting to gather them in an area.
So above table, I love this, but Yog is not gonna hate it. He's gonna be like, why are you lighting a beacon? Like, put it out. Like, he's not even thinking about the fact that this is drawing the moths. He's just thinking about like, you're ruining our cover. Put this out. Put it out. Because we're connected still, right?
Yeah. And I'm gonna be like, no, like moths. The saying, moths to a flame, and I'm using it as a bug like a bug zapper, almost like I want them to come into it and kill themselves.
Very cool.
I thought it was slugs to a drain. What?
No, that is bugs to a drain. I don't know, but yeah, no, yeah. I'm just gonna but I kind of want to make sure that I position myself on the opposite side of it where they're coming in from.
Okay, definitely.
Yep.
Not 100% sure, but it looks like Cody won't be joining us tonight.
Oh.
Unfortunate.
Are the dwarves small sized or are they medium sized?
They're gonna be they're medium, but like on the smaller side of the medium scale, like 4-ish foot to about 5-ish foot.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that makes.
But yeah, most of these moths are starting to just burn themselves up and gather around this flame here. It's got a bit of a cloud that's starting to like put all of the different like mist that's coming off of their wings into the fire. And in the slightest way possible, it's starting to dampen the fire's glow as they all hover above.
Okay. I was worried you were going to say it was like coming out in smoke. Like it was like still just. Okay. So is it 3 separate? Are they. Can I tell? Maybe I could do a quick awareness check. Are there 3 different like versions of the moths?
So there are not 3 separate versions of the moth. There's just 3 separate effects that could happen from their powder.
But it's the same powder. It just can. Oh, that's even weirder. Okay, cool. Okay.
It's a kind of like in pharmaceuticals where it's like, ask your doctor if this medicine is right for you. This medicine affects Thorin as in a drowsy way, and then the other medicine affects Jeff in a fearful way, stuff like that.
Okay. Do I have? Can I maybe have a leaf that is? It doesn't necessarily have a mechanical effect, but like something that's like a little bit more of a stimulant. I want to like try to like give it to the 2 sleepy ones.
Yeah, I mean, you're known for your Phobacco.
That's right, Phobacco. And then then Jeff, I'd probably just smack across the back of the head and he'd be like, dude, toughen up.
I like that.
I have nothing helpful for him.
We'll take one more like skill challenge to see if we can't like clinch our way out of this here. So that sounds cool to snap these guys out of the path. And what's one more thing that you might want to do, Magnus?
So I want to try to do something I haven't used yet. I think I want to use, I use an NP right now. I don't think I want to use an NP. I want to use a skill. I'm going to use a skill. I don't want to use an NP. I think I will do I'm trying to see how I would use a survival check. I use a survival check.
So
yeah, I mean, that would make sense. Your understanding of like the forest in general
and also a woodsman would use fire as a survival tactic. So you could even notice how your fire is doing for surviving.
Yeah. I guess how many moths are still around right now?
Nice.
Is there a lot of moths around still, or no, not really?
So the moth population has definitely been lessened. You can tell just from one little smack, even from the dwarves, you're able to take down some of these moths.
Okay, yeah. So all I really want to do right now is I'm probably just gonna look for like a branch of some sort. I want to do like a branch of some sort, and I just want to kind of use it to kind of wave at these moths without and just kind of break them up, because I know like they're trying to create a swarm, and as a swarm they want to stay together. But if I can break them up, then I know they're going to scatter. They'll scatter more. So I'll just see if I can do a survival check to see if I can find something like that.
Absolutely. And let's get some checks from you guys to see how well the last skill check goes.
Oh, 19.
Good one.
I don't have a huge bonus, but I feel like it makes sense if I do herbalism.
Oh yeah, because you're doing the stimulant stuff.
Yeah. I give them the wrong thing.
Right.
Can I give Phobacco to the guy who's afraid, and then like something else to the other guy? Something calming to them.
You got your chamomile tea, you give it to the guys who are already sleeping.
I accidentally switch the bags up while I'm swatting off moths, and then I hand them to the wrong.
And you can definitely tell that some of these dwarves are worse for wear, and the one guy who's like panicking, he's got some anxiety to it now too. He's currently running around the scene. He's not leaving the environment yet, but you're gonna need to fix this if he can't come down or calm down.
Yeah, I would just reach out telepathically to him, like when I get a chance, and I would just get in his mind and be like, tell him, stop acting like a child and stand your ground.
So for your check, batting out all of the different moths to the flame, you actually did really, really well. It's almost like you're waving this wand around, right? And you're able to like smack right into the fire. And you're just like, ooh. And before long, you actually have got the population of moths down to like a small handful. And once it looks like the situation is starting to get under control, the dwarves also start to get themselves under control. But one of the Thorins is sitting there on the floor like...
I didn't hear that. Did you break up for me?
Oh, sorry. One of the Thorins is going to be sitting down on the ground, kind of like, I wish we did this during the day, like barely keeping himself awake.
Gotcha. Wish all you want, but we are here now. Gather your wits about you and let us continue on our route.
Definitely. And I'm honestly surprised because I totally thought you were going to like grab a stick and use the bag of holding like a jellyfish net like SpongeBob.
That would have been cool. I didn't even think about that. I forgot that I do got that now. Yeah, I even said it a second ago that I got that thing now. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna remember that.
But the scene around you guys is starting to get calmer and calmer as these guys start to just, get themselves under control.
All right, I don't want to mess with any of the moths or powder or any of the powder that came off of them. Or do I? I don't think I'm gonna keep. Yeah,
I'm gonna keep my dripping gooey bag. Keep that.
Definitely.
And one more bag just in case.
Yeah.
And there's not very many left, but there's a bunch of burnt pieces and the dust is all over the floor. So you could scoop it in there for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah, I think from that point, Magnus would just be like, all right, let us get to moving again. We have this living ore to go find. Are you all ready to move, or do you need more time? Good, let us go.
That's awesome. Like the first Thorin who's actually standing, he was like, oh, God, thank you. He actually kept, oh, yeah, we're, all right.
Yeah, Magnus doesn't have time for this. He wants to keep moving. He's not one for like trying to gather his wits or like he's just like let's move. He saw them kind of acting all like whatever. I mean, and he shook off being paralyzed. So he's like, let's go. That's nothing.
Yeah, and you absolutely had the worst effect that could have happened from these moths. Not.
Yeah. I would have liked the panic. I think maybe. Well, I don't know if I'd like to panic, but yeah.
Liked.
Yeah.
And you guys are gonna start picking yourselves up a little bit. One of the Thorins is currently leaning on the other Thorin, and you're moving closer and closer to your destination. After just some time, you're actually going to come to what seems to be a ravine splitting down the center of the forest. And this ravine goes for what feels like miles, and you're unable to see the bottom of it. But one of the Thorins looks deep down into the cavern and reveals a red glow that's only really able to be seen with intense focus. And he says, "That's our goal there, lads. We need to move."
Do we notice any like ropes or anything like that to go down?
How are you getting down there? Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no infrastructure to help you guys down, but there are a bunch of like tangle root vines that are starting to come down all over the like wall here.
Should we have someone stay up top? How far down is it? Like you said, it's barely out of sight. It's like a mile.
You cannot see the bottom. No, you're good.
I mean, how far down is the ore?
Oh, okay. So the red glow, it's a very small light in your eyes at the moment, but it feels like it's kind of far. Maybe even 100 feet down, if we were going to give it a guess. But for like a specific check, we might get a little bit more from that.
Can I put some strings along the top here where we're going to be going down and like maybe put a little bell on those strings as like a warning system in case someone comes down after us?
Yeah, absolutely. And very smart.
Trickery? What could I roll that would even make sense for that? Or I guess if I've got the time to take the time to make it good, I guess I could do it good. Job. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, absolutely. Please do.
I don't even know what to roll. Can I roll trickery? That's like hand. That would be like sleight of hand. I don't know if that even.
I mean, you could go for that. I guess you could also go for like an acrobatics for like your knot tying skill.
Yeah. I'll do 16. If the difficulty is different, I'll pick one, but otherwise it's the same bonus, so.
Yeah, no, that's good with me. And you got a pretty decent 16. This wasn't going to be too hard of a task in all reality to be able to string up some bells from across the way. The ravine does look relatively wide, but it's not like that big, like 30 feet across, so you could lasso it really.
Well, even I was thinking mostly just the side that we're going down. Do we have any idea if we're going to have to cross? Actually,
it looks like we just got to go down. If the faint glow's coming from the bottom, we got to go down to get to it.
Then, yeah, as much as I can reasonably do, little alarm systems, because I think we should all go down. If it's that far, I want us to all go. I don't want to leave someone.
In that last video that got posted recently, it appears Magnus has a glide feature. I'm just gonna go ahead.
Right.
Yeah. That's foreshadowing. Never mind. If it's a matter we gotta climb down, then I'm just gonna start. I'm like, okay, well, let's get to this then, and I'm just gonna do probably like an awareness of like or survival of what routes look probably the sturdiest, and start trying to map a route getting down there using the routes.
Definitely. And this is fortunately where the dwarves are going to try to come in handy. They do have a little bit of climbing gear, ropes, picks, and for somebody who maybe can't manage the climb, they can dolly them down like with a pulley, but wrap the rope around them and pull them down. So they are equipped to get themselves down there. And if you guys need help with any of that, I'm sure they could.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take the help, like a harness type of thing for getting down. I mean, I get in the bag. I'm sure I got a bunch of rope in that bag of holding from that one adventure that we were going to do with all the tents and stuff like that. So I'd be using a bunch of rope and stuff like that to create like those little, what is that, like a dolly harness type of thing, whatever it is, to set ourselves up and kind of repel. Yeah, kind of start rappelling down the ravine.
Definitely. And
should we? I'll ask the dwarves because Yogg wouldn't know. Should we be all tied together in case someone slips, or
if you would like to, that might make things a little bit easier because we are going to need some athletics checks from you guys getting down as well. And the dwarves
athletics
are going to
definitely tie me up.
Yeah, the dwarves are definitely going to be a little bit worse at what you're able to do as well. They're not rough and tumble adventurers like you guys.
I'll tie off to. I mean, I'll make sure Yogg's tied off to me, but I'm not tying off to a dwarf.
Okay.
Hey, that makes sense. And if you guys want to make a couple of checks to see how well you can descend down this ravine, that'd be awesome. Obviously, let's go for some sort of like acrobatics, but if you think something else makes sense, let's do it.
I'll use trickery for how well I can tie a knot. You know, like how well am I tying this harness around myself? I'll use my trickery check for that.
Okay, sure.
If I can use an acrobatics, I'll do acrobatics.
Definitely.
What is my trickery? 5. Come on. Oh, 30, 20. There we go.
Nice. There you go. And I was actually hoping for 15s here. So we've got one like slip of the toe as Yogg's just like starting to descend down here. Like honestly good, a good 80-90% of the way. And then when you're about halfway, you look down, which you're never supposed to do, and then the foot slips. But luckily enough, Draven tied off to you, and he's able to just like, nope, we're not doing that today.
Yeah. Magnus did a really good job of tying that harness around your waist.
Yeah. Magnus, dang it, I said Draven.
You're good. I got you.
But descending down.
Are we like pretty close to our destination?
Yeah, definitely. Going down is going to be pretty quick compared to going back up.
Okay. While Magnus is like saving me, I'm gonna like untie one of his shoes and then be like, "Oh, your shoe's untied."
while we're climbing down, you're gonna untie his shoe.
But I'll tell you.
I think it's only fair that it's gonna have to give me a disadvantage on an agility check at this point.
Hey, if you don't notice by the time you need another one, let's do it.
Yeah.
No, I would tell you. I would undo it and be like, "Hey, your shoe's untied."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I'm climbing down with an untied shoe. All right. And I'm just, can I use
your mind?
I was gonna say, can I use my telekinesis to tie my laces back? Or is that?
I'm not gonna say it's too heavy.
Yeah, I mean, can I? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'd be able to do that. Like that's something a Scion would be able to do, tie his laces.
Yeah, it's not like Heartstone.
Yeah. I would just be like, I would. One, I'd use my telekinesis to try and just like slap Yogg against the cliff. Not hard, but just like a little bit, like a little bit. And then I would use my telekinesis. I'd look down at my shoe or my boot and retie my laces on my boot.
I imagine like at school, all the Scions, like if somebody's still tying a shoe with their hands, they're like, "Oh, look at that dumb kid over there. His hands tie shoes."
Right. This idiot still uses backpacks.
He's carrying his own backpack. He's so dumb, can't even carry a backpack with his mind.
That's fun. But you guys are able to reach the bottom of the ravine, and with some trickery antics, the dwarves are right behind you.
Nice. All right, then I'm gonna leave. I want to leave the rope and harnesses like where they're at. I don't want to. Like like climbers can do a thing where they can set their stuff up to kind of whatever. I want to make sure I leave everything like where it's at, ready to go in case something comes up, that we can get out of there, like hitch up and get out of there fairly quickly.
Okay, definitely. And I feel like you probably don't really need a check to be able to do that, so you're probably good.
Yeah. I'm just leaving everything as it is, taking it off and leaving it as it was. I don't want to mess with it.
Absolutely. And the dwarves are looking around, trying to get their bearings and trying to see where it was that they spotted that iron ore glowing. It's somehow really, really foggy down in this ravine here, and it seems like there's a very clear wind current that goes in one direction, northward. And as that wind current picks up every now and then, it's an ominous feeling when it does, because the fog will dissipate just a little bit to remove like the invisibility, I guess, to make it a little bit more visible down in the ravine. And then it just all comes flooding back as soon as that wind stops a little bit.
So the tree, because I thought the tree, is it like flowing down from the top? Because I thought you said the trees were producing it. Or it's just everywhere.
There is a mist everywhere that kind of covers the forest, but this mist is a bit thicker and a different color. So almost completely removes visibility, unlike the mist on the surface.
Oh, even worse. Okay. Can I make like I have no real abilities in this, but could I make some kind of, just a nature check?
Yeah.
For survival?
Absolutely. What are you trying to
see if I can recognize what the differences in the mist could be, or like what could be causing this? Because if I'm feeling a sense of unease, I'm probably starting to like yog, like, okay, my spidey sense is tingling, like what's wrong? Like what are the dangers here?
Yeah, absolutely. And go ahead and make a check to see how well you do.
Nice.
Not that great. So looking at the fog, you're able to notice that the fog on the surface is a different color than the fog down in the ravine, but you kind of don't really get too much from that. Like it's got a gentle, like greenish bluish tinge to the fog, and it doesn't affect you per se in any negative way.
Okay, Yagi is starting to feel a little more freaked out, and he's just like, all right, guys, let's move along. Like, let's not take any extra time we don't need to. I'm starting to get, Yog's getting even more paranoid now. Like every little like rock, every little sound, he's like,
absolutely.
Yeah, I would probably just do, there's nothing I would do right now. Honestly, I'm just gonna, I'd be peering into the fog, but I'm not gonna try to mind sense or anything like that. I'll be a little ominous of it and be cautious. But if I know that's the direction we got to go, I'm gonna start walking in that direction.
Are we on like a shelf now? I forget what we landed on.
You more or less landed on the ground floor of the ravine. It's about 100 feet down from the surface. There's not too much, as in like a shelf or cave to hide away in. So it's kind of like a straight up and down that you'd be able to travel down this ravine. And from what you can tell, the north direction was the way of the red glow.
I want to stay just inside sight, like as our party's going, the last dwarf in the row. Like I want to go to just barely, because I'm going to be trying to like hear as best as I can, kind of see if anything's following, or like along the sides and stuff.
Okay, go ahead and make a check, maybe for awareness for that, if you want.
I'm doing all the stuff I'm not good at.
I see that.
I'm so freaked out.
And you're rolling like it right now.
So you are actually kind of like uncharacteristically afraid in this situation as you begin walking northwards towards the red glow that we're looking for. So you're not necessarily being able to pinpoint anything.
I think this is dredging up like bad memories of when I was like a kid and we lived like either in alleyways or sewers and stuff. It's like grew up in like a very urban, but like below the poor people, like the class that I was in. I think this is like just dredging up all kinds of horrible memories as he has.
Okay.
He's like maybe even seeing like some faces in the fog. His mom ended up abandoning him and everything, right? So like maybe he's even like, he's like thinking about his mom and like his siblings. He's the oldest sibling, and so that's why he was abandoned, because she couldn't provide for them anymore. And since he was raised as like, how like we would say like acts of service or time, like those are love languages. Well, the love language for his family / like his race and stuff is going to be like acts of like trickery and like stuff like that. Like, so the more time and effort required to pull a prank on you, like the greater the act of love. And so his family like pulled up and left while he was still sleeping, and his mom did it in that way as like the ultimate prank of like getting left behind. It's like a way of showing like, hey, I love you, but also like I had to pick someone, and so I picked you because I thought you'd be most capable. So like even though she had to leave him, it was anyway. So I think that all of these memories are like coming up.
No, absolutely, and that's a great thing to add to it. You're almost like the Sid the Sloth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. I didn't even put that together. That is good.
No, that is good. I like
Yeah.
And honestly, you guys are getting really, really close to your destination. And we're going to do what we can to add to that because Yog's effects are currently fear and they're coming out in different types of like hallucinations, which is really starting to feel like some of the moth effects from earlier. But it's a little bit hard to notice from where. But as you guys are getting closer and closer to your glowing destination, you notice a big red, like throbbing vein of living iron ore.
Oh wow.
I'm loving these images, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They're really cohesive too. Like it feels like the same environment.
Heck yeah.
Whoa.
That's the goal. This throbbing iron ore is really just calling to all of you.
Does the rock, I think if I have like a high pocket that I put that stone in, is it reacting in any way being near the vein?
From what you can tell, no.
Okay.
Do we when you said it's reaching out to it, like do we hear it talking to us?
So it's not talking or anything, but it is like a faint magical thrumming in your head.
Okay.
And this is when the dwarves are really starting to bust out all the stuff in their backpacks. Like, we're rich, lads, we're rich. Oh my God. A couple of the guys are like just hugging each other. Like, this is the biggest vein we've ever seen. And they're going to say, all right, fellas, you guys step back and we're going to start taking as much as we can. And the dude pulls out literally a pick the size of his hand and a chisel the size of his hand and just starts trying to get at some of this iron here.
You're using the smallest like children's tools to harvest this ore? Really? Magnus has no idea like how you harvest ore, by the way.
He's gonna say,
I wouldn't call it children's size. That's pretty normal size. Just saying.
and they're just gonna say, just watch your master at work, son. And they're actually gonna chip off a decent size. And for you guys, like above table, every one of the harvests from these dwarfs is going to be an automatic success unless tampered with. If you guys try to harvest the ore, it will require a roll. And as these guys are starting to work away at the like different bits and pieces of the iron ore, and they don't even, like the three dwarves don't even cover the size of this hole here. They're only encompassing a smaller portion of it. So it's a large vein.
Are they knocking pieces off like that's falling to the ground and like they're picking it up immediately, or are they just like it's falling and that it's falling down to the ground?
So there are smaller pieces that come off and then like they'll discard those or maybe put them into a smaller pile. But the goal here is to get a large chunk of it all together.
Magnus, the devious one that he is, I want to try to use my telekinesis to grab some of that. No, you need a large chunk, not small pieces. Having a small piece isn't going to do much. I'll just wait.
When you is this like I'm supposed to be keeping watch, but obviously like I'm doing a terrible job. I think maybe he's starting to like chat with the dwarves, which is maybe is annoying, but I think he's going to be asking them about what they're doing and stuff. And I think some of the questions like, what do you do with the little pieces? Like, do you refine? Can you combine pieces? Like, if you get a bunch of shavings and bits together, can you refine that and then put all that together to form something? Or it has to be a one big piece to begin with?
To make a weapon worthy of a king, you need one cohesive piece altogether. You could take scraps and meld them into one, but it's going to turn out... Have you ever seen Damascus steel? It's going to turn out a bit like that, with every last crack and protrusion noticeable. And it's not going to be too strong either. It'll actually be relatively brittle. So all of these small pieces would be an imperfection, more or less.
Well, hey, Damascus is pretty strong, though.
Yeah.
Damascus is strong if forged correctly.
True.
Yeah.
Forged correctly,
Can you make alloys?
Yeah.
Like, couldn't you mix this living metal? Like, I'm gonna ask the dwarves. Like, well, could you mix this with other stuff? Like, just make a part of a tool or a weapon have the living iron, or like, is it something where you could mix it into the whole thing, or like just part of the hilt or something like that?
To be honest, son, I'm not sure. I've tried to study as much as I can, but this is the first I've ever had my hands on living ore. And most of the books kind of say if you don't use it to the best of its abilities, you're wasting it. So I'm not sure if anyone's ever tried that. It might be interesting, but it could just kill the ore.
So knowing that I can talk right now, I'm just gonna say out loud. Wait, so you're harvesting this and you've never made anything with it whatsoever?
And kind of like startled because there was an echo in the ravine, not in his head. And he's gonna be, yeah.
Well, Yog at least would be like,
Yeah, we've never had the pleasure to be able to see this in person, just in pictures.
so every piece could be valuable though,
Every
for
piece could be
testing and for
valuable,
trying
but
Yeah.
we're not.
experimentation.
And who knows? Maybe a piece about this large we could turn into some. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a piece just about yay big we could end up turning into maybe a dagger, knife, silverware, jewelry.
Yeah.
The best thing about living iron is that it takes to enchantments far better than any on the planet, but it also corrupts fairly easily.
Okay, Yog to, he wanted to say Draven so bad. Yog to Magnus. We should definitely collect some smaller pieces because I'm wondering if you could make jewelry out of this. And that might be a nice little payday, the risk we're taking here.
And I'm gonna be like,
Me and you.
and I'll be like, keep distracting them. And I'm gonna use my telekinesis to try to get some. I want to use my telekinesis to see what I can get, as in like, well, I guess like a trickery check,
Okay.
or
Can I-
stealth.
can I-
Like, would it be a trickery or a stealth type thing? Would it be like, which would you rather me use?
Are you trying to harvest a piece yourself, or just whatever's like out and about to be able to grab?
Like their pile of pieces that they got. I'm trying to steal from their pile of pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. You could go for a trickery check because it seems like with your mind that would make a little more
Yeah.
sense. But if stealth is
Okay.
better, you do that too.
Yeah, my stealth is better.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do a stealth check then.
If I can toss in an assistance here, give you an extra 4 on that.
Yes, and we work.
Nat 20,
Okay.
27.
31.
Oh,
Yeah.
31? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just trying to get the pieces for me and Yog. That's all I'm trying to get.
In a very cartoonish fashion, they're just sitting here like picking away at all of the living iron, and there's little pieces that get placed in the pile. And in a very cartoonish fashion, it's going one for dwarf, one for Magnus, one for dwarves, one for Magnus.
Yeah. How many pieces would you say that we can get? I don't want to get greedy with it.
Well, your bag of holding has the
100 pounds.
capability of quite a bit, but I would say that you at least have like a handful's worth of ore.
Okay. Yog, we'll work this out later on getting
Yeah,
it.
write that down.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it down.
While all this is going on, I was hoping that I could get a couple of awareness checks from you guys as well.
Oh yeah, me and Yog going for a payday.
I'm rolling with disadvantage.
Okay.
So that'll be, why did my +3 not go? It's 11.
Not terrible. And
Awareness?
Terrible.
yes, please.
Oh, 15?
Okay. So, Yog, you don't necessarily notice it, and it does kind of play into what's been going on with the like hallucinations too. But the gust of wind that comes kind of like periodically, and you guys are starting to get used to it, washes through again. And as you like start to really peer down the ravine, Yog, you begin to see that hallucination of your mom one more time as it disappears. You are currently being affected by a fear that's coming into the form of hallucinations instead, kind of like custom to you. But as we're looking through this like ravine setting, Magnus, you're actually able to look up over to some of like the trees that have managed to make it down into the ravine, and you notice where the wind is coming from.
Oh no.
There's 3 gigantic moths sitting down
no.
at the end of this ravine here. All of them big enough to create a current that shifts the air throughout the ravine. And it looks like they're aware of you. Yog at the very least.
How far are they from us?
I would say maybe around 50 feet.
Okay. I would immediately tell Yogg. I'm like, Yogg,
Did you see my mom too?
stop, listen, listen to me. I can see that you feel like you're seeing things, but those moths that we encountered earlier up above, there are 3 large ones just up over here. That same powder coming off. I believe anything that you're feeling right now is from them. Like this wind, that pollen, this isn't real. Whatever you're seeing isn't real. Gather your wits.
I don't think I should have licked my fingers.
I'm gonna slap them. Gather your wits. Like, I'm not sure how much time we have right now, but they are aware of us. We don't want to draw too much attention to us right now. I'm not sure how they'll react.
I'm gonna give me a second. I'm gonna sneak over to the dwarves and just quietly ask them, how much more time do you need?
Okay. And the dwarves, unaware of, I guess, any of the dangers around them, are gonna, in a boisterous way, how much time, lad? I'd be here all night if I could.
What's the minimum amount of time that you need? And please keep it down.
A little glance of concern is gonna cross his mind, but he's still almost inebriated with such a rare thing in front of him, and it's his profession for which he devoted his life to. So he's like gonna give you a bit of a strange look and be like, I need 20 minutes.
I'm gonna do the best I can to give you as much of that 20 minutes as I can, but you guys need to start making sure that you're keeping things ready to run.
And he's just gonna ask what's going on.
Or,
Like,
I'm gonna read.
Focus.
Yeah,
I'm
On the phone right now.
I'm gonna
I'll
tell
let you
that.
know. Yeah.
Are you speaking to Thorin 1 or Thorin 2?
Thorin 1's the leader who does most of the
Okay.
talking. Thorin 2's
Yeah.
kind of like a weaker little brother to him, in a way, you know?
Okay. So I want to ask telepathically: are any of you fighters?
Ooh. Jeff's gonna go ahead and speak up, and he's gonna be like, I know how to use a sword. And one of the Thorins, the leader, he's gonna be like, I can hold my own with an axe, but we're not adventurers.
Well, today you are. Today you will be. Today you will wield more than just your little pickaxe right there. You will need to stand and fight if it comes to that. Like, and I'm just gonna tell him, like, finish what you need to finish, and I will see what we can do to hold these off. But right now, there are giant moths up the ravine that I'm afraid are not going to give us your 20 minutes.
Okay. He's mildly inspired by what you've got to say, and he says, give me 10. And then he takes a larger pick out of his bag, and he strikes the stone much harder than has been happening before. And this is more or less more risky, but we still trust him to do what he's doing.
Okay.
How do we distract these guys? Fire?
Well, we know that
fire
fire.
at?
We know that fire works. Do we have anything? I'm gonna reach into the bag of holding, and I'm gonna take out I want to get out one of the tents, and I want to set one of the tents on fire. Like, I don't want to do it right now. I don't want to do it right now. Right? But I'm talking to Yogg. I'm talking. Like, this is me talking to you, Yogg. Like, I want to take out one of these tents that we have in this bag of holding, and I want to set it aflame.
We see 3 moths, right?
Yeah.
Could you get 3 tents up further in the ravine in 3 different spots ready to catch fire? Could we set something up where you could use your mind to start it? Like, put a lantern above them or something with some flint and steel next to it that you could, like, light the lamp in, like,
these,
or light oil.
Let's see here. I can only move these tents 25 feet with my telekinesis. So,
okay. Give me one. I'm gonna start climbing. Or give me 2 of them. Give me 2 of them.
But this ravine is pretty deep, though, I thought.
Yeah. But I'm thinking as far away from us, in case we need to start running, we have these fires. How we could put one further down the ravine the other direction? Because if we start climbing up, one down on the ground would be a good distraction as well.
I was just going to put them up between us and them as a shield and create a wall. Like,
you do that. I'm going to try to make distractions. I think both are a good idea. We don't know exactly how they'll react.
Okay. So, I mean, these are, I'm imagining, pretty big tents, not like small tents that...
I mean, I could just take take one of the poles, wrap fabric around it, and make like a human-sized torch. I don't necessarily need the whole tent, is what I'm thinking.
All right. So I guess I would be doing I'd be using telekinesis, so probably a athletic check to see how well I can place a tent out, I guess, and position it. And then you said you want me to have firebolt ready. Okay.
I think so. Something to start lighting these.
Yeah, I can give you a torch if you. Or no, I don't want to cause a fire right now. I don't want to start a fire right now.
I've got torch. If I have any kind of, I don't know if I would have oil on me. That wouldn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Because we'd have some kind of pack of gear with us going out into the forest, but like, I don't think I have oil.
Well, torches are you treat the material before you put it on a torch, so that way it's ready to be lit. You don't dip it in oil and then.
I'm just thinking I can't like pour oil on this tent fabric, but I could pour in each one as like an ignition. I could do something like that.
Yeah.
But really, that would require me to be next to it unless you use fireball.
Are we noticing anything about these moths? Because I know we've been talking for a little while.
You're all good.
We're moving while we're talking. Telekinetically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, these moths don't necessarily seem disturbed yet. They are, flapping their wings, chasing the airflow every now and then. And it does make, you would probably guess if you were to try to put a tent up in the air, that would make it a little harder to blow it away. But
yeah, well, I'm not trying to set the tent up fully. I'm just trying to get the material of it out, and just because that's all I want is I want the material itself, and I don't want it kind of laid. I just want to lay it out, so it'd be laid flat on the ground, kind of like.
Okay, yeah, that'd be easy enough.
Yeah,
but if we are going to do something to or against these moths, let's try to get a check to see how well we do.
Yeah. Like I said, I think I'll probably be doing an athletic check to see how well I can place this tent, because I'm not going to be going up to it. But I can move it 25 feet. Yeah. Hold and unheld, obscured up to 100 pounds. Freely move it to another space in range. Yep. So I'll just do the athletic check.
Can I roll something to set up sort of 3 beacons, 3 giant torches made of tent material? One, I think, on the ground further away from, if we're here and the moths are here, it would be over here. And then 2, up above us. One on each side if I have time.
I'd be more than willing to give you some time. It doesn't look like there's too much of a time crunch at the moment. But what kind of check do you think would be good for this here? Do you want to go athletics again? Or acrobatics?
Yeah. Well,
how high up are you trying to place these?
They don't even have to be the same level. They could actually be better if they're 2 different levels. So it's one higher on one side, one 50 feet up, one 25 feet up, and then one on the ground, I guess.
Yeah, the 150 feet up might be kind of hard to get done, but with a good check, I'm sure you could probably figure it out.
Let me do acrobatics then, since I want to move around so much.
I don't think I can do a firebolt that far away, can I?
Well, I'm thinking as we're climbing out, we light them behind us. If we can get them to go towards them. Ooh, I did not roll well. Hopefully I'm using these up now before any kind of combat. You got a life or death.
So
yeah, I mean, I didn't roll well either putting my tent out.
Yeah. So both of you guys are doing your best to be quiet, get some of this stuff down, maybe even make a trap. But both of you guys are just unfortunately making way more noise than you really wanted to.
I should have done a stealth check.
My mom wasn't following me around.
I should have done a stealth check.
And it's funny because these tents are not cooperating either, especially with the wind. Yeah. They're basically blowing back into your face. And with such a racket, one of the moths is actually going to pick up and start to take flight down the ravine. If there's anything that you guys want to do in response, please do. But we're going to get pretty close to rolling initiative.
The moths that were little before, did we just happen to be in their path? Or were they actively coming towards us?
That's hard to say. They were definitely attacking the dwarves, but it might have just been because they were in their area.
And they're just interested in some. What do moths eat?
Just your
clothes. Can I roll a
and
nature check? Yeah.
But
they do 10.
Is there anywhere would I notice some roots or branches or anything like that I'd be able to kind of hide behind?
Yeah, there's tons of hiding spaces all around this ravine, especially in the fog too.
Yeah, I want to be close to where the dwarves are. As soon as I notice that, I'm gonna kind of get not too far from them, but I want to be a little close. And I'm gonna hide and take the hide and stealth or whatever, and kind of get myself a little hidden from them. And
Okay.
my thing with being my Shadowborn trait that. Oh, never mind. I didn't take that. Yeah. Okay, we're good.
No worries. Now, one of these moths is starting to come straight down the ravine, and it's just basically clearing the fog to make a easier way to identify you guys. Kind of like it was alerted to a presence, so now it's checking it out. And it's actually going to uncover some of the work that you guys have been trying to do with the tents. And it's going to see Yogg just peeking out up on top of one of these walls here. And I'm going to go ahead and ask for initiative for both of you guys. And this is also going to be a semi-combat, semi-skill challenge, because the dwarves are still trying to get what we came here for. So they need 3 rounds to be able to complete what they need done. And if you guys can help them last that long, they're going to need it too.
My initiative is okay. Come on. Oh gosh.
It looks like Yogg's was actually pretty good, and I think that's more than enough for the D6 to help you out, so good job there. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like Magnus was on top of initiative this time. Kind of a little thrown off by what he was doing with the tent, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, your mom flying down on wings is gonna like get your attention, so okay.
And a large portion of this ravine here just runs straight through, so imagine on both ends it keeps on going. But for the sake of ease of use, we've got this little section of ravine here.
Okay.
If I can quickly draw, just to give us an idea of like tents, locations that I would have set up, like on the ground, back behind, part way up, and then like a little way up on the other side.
Please do.
Not necessarily exact locations, but it's more for like reference.
Wait, 3 tents or 2? I thought you did 2.
One's just like on the ground back behind, further down the ravine a little ways, and one on each side.
Okay.
And hopefully you guys can see your guys and control them too.
Maybe, should I be like up, part way up, like when I got spotted or something?
Yep,
that makes
wherever you
sense.
feel is best for your situation here. And the dwarves are right here, right at the cusp of the iron ore vein.
Alright. This isn't necessarily what I want to be, but it's probably where I should be.
Yeah, I would be like I would have been like right back over here trying to hide behind that is where I would have been.
Definitely.
I right click and add to turn, right?
Yes, please. Or the turn order. Let's see. Hopefully it's actually clear.
It's not doing anything. There we go. Oh, I added too many times.
You're good.
No, just keep doing it.
You're gonna have to delete a couple of those.
You can go more than once. You just don't get any more action points.
Yeah, get a turn for one turn for each action point.
Actually, that would be way less of that'd be terrible because then you couldn't stack.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's go ahead and try that one again. Yeah.
All right, there we go. All right. I think I had a 31, right?
Right.
Minus 20, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is my tokens not out here no more?
Mine also just disappeared, and I'm not sure what's going on.
I was about to ask, are they giant as in like 4 spaces? But no, these are giant.
Well, let me see if I can get you back on.
There we go. You could have you could have left me that size.
Right. All right. Do we have a turn order set for everybody? I had to restart it. So if you're not in, please put yourself in.
Is it not? Well, that 11 was me. There we go. All right.
We can always skip that one. I wouldn't worry about it. We know it's just...
Yeah.
We only need 3 rounds. It'll be totally easy, right? Those aren't famous last words.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, so we have got it all set over here. Perfect. All right, so it looks like Yogg is first. And what do you want to do? You got a big moth staring you in the face, and it's kind of staring directly at you too.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is Hunter's Mark. And mark this creature.
Gazoo
Thank you.
Definitely need to do that. And... jeez. I'm afraid to just attack it, but I'm also like, I should probably just attack it. Yeah, let's do... Yeah. Let's just do, and then maybe I'll save one for move. Let's pump a bunch in here. So let's also do debilitating strike on this guy. Spend another. I can do more than one stamina. Yeah, I just can't regate. That's right. Okay.
Nice.
So let's use debilitating strike, and then if I attack with advantage. Oh, for my debilitating strike, I'm gonna do. I think actually slowed because it's slowed 2, and that's maybe not worth it depending on how fast it is, though. Let me think for a second. Sorry.
You're okay.
I'm not as prepared as I normally would be. What does Hindered do again? Hindered gives them disadvantage on attacks? The Hindered.
I'll look it up right now.
Hindered for my debilitating strike. Okay, so then for action points, I've got 3 left. If I attack it with advantage, I'll have double advantage, and then I'll have 1 left to move. That is definitely what I'm going to do. So I'm using my crossbow, and and it requires reload. So maybe I won't even move, actually, and just reload it instead. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm going to do. Okay, sorry. I'm going to attack. Because it is Hunter's Marked, I get advantage on my first attack against it, but I'm going to give myself advantage. So I'm going to roll basically triple advantage, or not triple advantage, 3d20 and take the highest.
Okay.
And yeah, that's better than attacking twice. Because if I hit it hard enough, then there'll be a d8 against the next attack. So I'm going to do that. Okay, it's 5. And I'm going to throw my d6 into this. 1, 2, 3, d6. So 23.
Definitely a hit. On its PD?
Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Definitely a hit. On its PD?
Yeah, PD.
Okay, perfect. Now...
Sorry, yeah, PD. I also ignore PDR.
Very nice. You do also
my
get
first martial attack.
You're also going to get a heavy hit on this person, too.
Okay. Next attack made against it, don't forget, everyone gets a d8 health die.
Very cool. And how much damage was that for it?
Okay, so 3 base, and then you said it was a heavy hit?
Yes.
Sorry.
You're good.
1 more for the heavy. Yep. Yeah, so 4 damage, and then they need to roll a physical save.
Physical save?
For being hindered.
Got a 14 for the physical save.
That does not succeed. So they're hindered and bleeding.
Very cool.
And it's my special kind of bleeding, where it doesn't end when they regain HP. And it's a DC, my DC to end the bleeding, which is 15.
Nice.
That's like my toxins or whatever, for my plants and stuff.
That level up came in close, too.
Yeah, it did.
Nice.
So bleeding and hindered, and the next attack against it will get a D8, and then I'll just reload for my crossbow for my last AP, and I'm done. And then 4 damage. Sure, it has tons of health that big, though.
Well, you never know. Moths are,
I got its attention, at least.
Yeah, definitely. And next up in the turn order is actually going to be the Moth, too. Maybe a little bit angry with what just underwent. It's gonna use 1 action point to get all the way to here, and another to get to here.
Oh.
Now it's right up on the wall right next to you, Yogg, and it's going to be using the dust that's going to come fluttering off of its wings to coat you in a thick layer of this like hallucinogenic dust for you, because you're the fear type. So let's go ahead and make a roll to see if it's going to affect you. Contested mental check.
Is this a spell check it's doing?
It will act as more or less a spell check, but it's kind of like an ability of its.
Okay.
But it's basically like casting fear right now. Oh no, that's not right.
Oh, good lord.
That is not right at all. That's the one.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. Well, there was a 19. To be fair, there was a 19 in that first roll on the other one. So
I'm sorry. Was I taking a mental check? A mental save? You said. I'm sorry.
Yes, contested mental save against 23.
Yeah. No. 13 probably did not succeed.
Unfortunately, no. And you are going to be affected by the fear spell, basically.
Okay.
So you're going to have to use 1 AP to move as far away from this moth as humanly possible.
At the start of my turn or right now?
I think it's at the start of your turn, but if you want to get it out of the way right now and just remember you have 3 AP, that's fine too.
And I'm going to do it right now. If I'm part way to get away from it, I think, let me just roll, like flip a coin basically. Whether I go like up or down, right? Because it's flying up here with me. And I can either go up or down, left or right. Oh, I roll a d4 and it'll be like clockwise starting at the top.
Okay, perfect.
So I would just go straight up.
Okay. About however much your movement is, up away from the moth.
I'm not the best Do I need to roll anything climb-wise, or just treat it like regular move?
Honestly, your climbing is about half your speed anyway. So if you were going to use 1 AP to climb, it would actually only be 3 or 4 spaces. So good call.
It was only 5 anyways, and I'm a small creature, so I'm thinking like I'm not that fast of a climber.
Yeah.
Is that far enough, or do you want me to go like another? Is that better?
Yeah,
I'll go
just
here.
because like the squares will show it a little bit better on our map here, but you'll just know how high you are up. And that's going to be the end of the moth's turn.
Kill it! Burn with
Okay,
fire!
first, Yogg, control yourself. I'm telling you, it is not real what you see and hear.
Why does it have my mom's face? This is freaking me out.
I believe that would freak anybody out. But your mother is a very beautiful woman, I am sure.
Wait a minute, you're seeing your mom, not my mom? That doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna use an AP and an MP to do mind sense. So this way I can basically detect it, which obviously I can right now. Then I'm going to use another AP and an SP. Hold on, let me make sure I'm taking let me get onto that. So I'm using an MP, so we got 4. I'm going to use that, so that's going to go to 1 for SP. I'm going to do Invade Mind, so it's going to be a spell check versus a charisma save on this. So essentially what this is going to do for Invade Mind is that while a creature is detected by mind sense, is if I succeed, I will know its emotional state and I will gain advantage on all charisma checks against it. So a spell check versus a charisma save is what this is going to be.
Sure thing. And did you say it has to be against an intelligent creature?
So mind sense is you know the location of any creature with an intelligence -3 or higher.
Okay, you just know it.
Yeah, so I just know basically anything with an intelligence of -3 or higher. I can detect them.
Yep.
So now I'm going to try to invade its mind.
Nice. And do you mean it's an automatic win if it's -3 intelligence?
Yeah, so if it's a -3, yeah, I just know where they're at with a -3 intelligence.
Oh yeah, it's a big
yeah. So they're considered seen by me.
Nice.
All right, so now you need to do a charisma save against my spell check,
Oh, okay.
and you have to beat a 24. Okay, so now I have
24.
So now I have advantage on charisma saves against this moth now.
Okay.
So I have 2 AP left, and what I'm going to do is I don't want to spend that much MP right now. I am going to cast Banish. This is one of the new spells. It's going to cost me 2 MP. It's going to be AP and 2 MP. I'm going to basically attempt to sever. It's in the chat where I put it at, so you can read it too. But basically, I'm going to be making a spell check against a repeated charisma save of a target within range. So I'm going to have advantage on this. If I succeed, the target is banished to a harmless demiplane for the duration of the spell, which is 1 minute. If the target is native to another plane, it is sent back to its home plane instead. Which, is native to a plane. This is its native plane, isn't it?
No, because this forest is new to this world, right? It just showed up like Enza did?
Converged.
Or converged, yeah.
So
I guess I don't know that. Yeah,
it's gonna be a coin flip because yes, this is its environment, but no, it is not its environment. So if you want to try that,
yeah,
this could be like a fate to see if you could send it back to where it came from. Or
yeah. So if the target is native to another, if it's native to another plane, it is sent back to its home plane.
Okay.
Instead, while banished, the target is incapacitated and cannot affect or be affected by anything on the plane it is banished from. When the spell ends, 1 minute, the creature reappears in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space. If it was banished to its home plane for 1 minute, if it's banished to its home plane for 1 minute, the effect becomes permanent at the GM's discretion. Okay. So it would have to, like I said, it has to make repeated charisma saves in order not to stay there. So I'm going to spend, like I said, an AP, 2 MP, and that's my max mana I can spend to do this at advantage.
Nice.
As a spell check. So
this is called Banish.
Oh my gosh, yeah, so 16. You just gotta beat a 16. That's not good.
Is it
contested charisma save? Charisma save.
Did you have advantage?
I do. I rolled a 1 and a 10.
I just I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're just like rubbing.
Thank God.
There you go.
Thank God. All right. So it's banished right now. So each time it's his turn, he would have to make a charisma save to try to get back.
Yes. Very cool. Very cool. And I would say that this thing right here just basically just out of existence, just totally erased. And as this thing is like whisked away to its home plane, I figured that'd be a lot cooler, especially since
that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
We've got these two over here that have not necessarily done anything yet, but they just seen you disappear their buddy, and now they're...
I can do the same to you. I can't. I'm almost spent on MP.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
But then now there's two of them. You didn't make the situation better.
There was
No, I know.
So-
I'm kidding.
So immediately, as soon as I do that, I have one MP left. I have one MP left. I'm gonna yell at the door. Like, I'm gonna go to the dwarves. I would use my MP or my AP, my movement, to go to them and yell at them immediately. Get your things and go. You do not have any longer. Grab what you have and climb immediately. Is what I would yell at them.
They need 3 rounds, right? We've given them 1 round.
Yep. And this one round, they are going to succeed their check of trying to hurriedly hurriedly mine the ore. But they do need 2 more rounds to get the amount that they came here for.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, they need.
Where's your
okay.
tent
I'm
thing?
sorry. I'm sorry.
You get
I'm sorry.
Let your
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Did you
Can
set
I?
something up?
Can I undo that? Can I undo? I forgot. I didn't hear you say they needed 3 rounds. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. If that's the case, I didn't realize they needed 3 rounds. I misunderstood that. Then I would just cast Firebolt. Is it within range? Yep. Yep. So I'm just gonna cast Firebolt at that tent over here on this side to set that aflame.
Nice.
I mean, it's a tent. I'm shooting at a tent, but it's a 22, I guess, to shoot Firebolt at it.
It didn't have an AC. You definitely got it.
Yeah. And that would be the end of my turn.
Definitely. And now you have a little bit more ambient light here too. The iron made a red glow, but now you're actually able to see a little bit better. It wasn't exactly dark vision necessary, but we were getting close.
Oh, I have dark vision anyways, so I'd be able to see.
Nice.
I do not. And didn't you set up like a little wall of tent stuff somewhere, right?
No, I only had. So I thought we only had 3 tents that we were setting up.
Yep, there would have been 3 tents from the desert adventure.
Yeah, but you set 3 tents out.
Okay, I was confused about that.
Yeah. You only had 2 tents. So where you set the tents as, or that's what I was saying. Like, how many tents did you set up? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the one I'll set on fire. Is that one right there?
Absolutely. And we are going to start right back up at the top of the round because we had a forced success for our smiths over in the corner because they were not really getting bothered by any of the enemies. But now back at the top of the round, we're going to see if that's still the case.
I need to regain some stamina. All right. Let's do this.
Now, don't you have a thing like where if something happens to your that one's still hunter's marked by you, isn't it?
The one in the other.
I hunter's marked it, but it's on a different plane now. So
How does that work? Do you get to move hunter's mark for that, or?
yeah, I'll have to put it on a different one. So
You
what
can
I
freely move it after a death, I think.
Yeah, and so what I want to do, it's totally fine. So what I'm gonna do is actually I want to hide first because there's like places to hide and stuff, right?
It's pretty. You specifically are pretty high up on the wall, so I would say it'd be a little bit harder to hide. But yeah, there are lots of hiding spots.
I've got my cunning action, so I can move 3 spaces further down before I start to hide. So if I come back down around here, and then maybe try to hide behind that log or something.
Definitely. And it's a log that's basically wedged into the wall too, from the roots holding it there.
Ooh, 13. Like, can I throw in advantage?
Yeah, absolutely.
Use another AP on that. A lot of AP to do that, but I really need to be in. So, there we go.
That succeeded.
We'll go to net 20. Okay.
Yeah, you are hidden.
Okay. Actually, I don't know why I cared so much about that because we're not using cunning action actually. Regains me stamina anyways. But anyways, okay, so now should I just stay hidden in Hunter's Mark or should I shoot one of these bad boys? I think. Do you have a preference on who you're gonna focus, top or bottom? You don't care.
No, they're both out of range. They're both out of range for me right now.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, what's my distance to them in? Oh no, I can hunter's mark that closer one. So let me hunter's mark that closer one, and that'll be it for me.
Okay, definitely.
I'm just gonna stay hidden. I'm freaked out.
And going on to
That's
the
it.
next turn, we're going to get a charisma save from the one banished. See how well they do. 17.
Let me do my spell check.
Mhm.
What is it? What did it roll? Or I have advantage on this.
Come on.
20.
Okay. So it was not able to come back this round. It's still stuck in the other dimension there, and if it loses one more time, it's stuck there for good.
Yep.
And I don't have to worry about being afraid of it, right? Since it's no longer in this dimension, because I had failed that, or that was just a one time. That wasn't an ongoing condition.
Yeah, no, it would have only been one round for sure.
Okay.
All right, so he still got it.
Nice.
Yes.
Keep doing that.
Yeah.
I am. Is it my turn now or what?
There's actually two moths. The one moth
Okay.
is not currently in initiative order, so it's just the two moths that are over there.
Okay.
So it made its check to see if it could come back. It didn't, and now we're going over to the first moth. Flying 1, 3,
Oh, good lord.
Ish. I do need to slow him.
and 4.
Oh.
To use.
Are they not going towards the fire?
Oh, you know, I did totally forget about that. But what I was trying to do was make it land right next to Draven and do a little bit of a pushback. But it did use all of its
Yes.
AP to get where it's at. So a big gust of wind is going to push you with a massive land down on the ground. I
Okay.
would like to get a contested acrobatics check to see if you stay standing.
Okay. Plus
All right.
19.
You definitely got it.
Yeah. Good deal.
And luckily, that was all of the AP that it had to be able to move towards Magnus. But it is going to be Magnus's turn.
I am. God, I need to be in a position where I can get both of them in a mind sense. Because I don't have the MP to not. So I am just going to. Is it right next to? If I move right now, is it right next to me to a point where I would have to spend AP, or I'd be open to an opportunity of attack, or is there space?
Oh, it's close.
Okay, I'm going to use an AP. I want to draw it away from the dwarves because it looks like it's focused on me. So I'm going to spend an AP to move to here. Yeah. So what's going on? How do I delete those things? There we go. Delete. Got it.
Yep, go.
All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 5. So I'm going to try to move up to here. What? Am I not?
There's just these little pink dots.
Yeah. Okay.
You're accidentally on the drawing tool instead of on the thing.
Okay. Yeah, I think I drew something earlier. All right, yeah, so I'm going to spend an AP to move up to there. Was he going to take an opportunity attack against me?
No, it doesn't have opportunity attacks.
Okay. Then I'm going to spend an AP. And let's see, okay, so I have 3 left. So I'm going to spend an AP to take a shot at it with my bow. Oh, no. I'm going to hide. Can I hide after I move?
I don't see why not.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to try to take a hide to see if I can hide from it. So I'll do a stealth check.
Sure.
Right action, why not?
19.
19. You are definitely hidden. You have a little bit of a higher awareness too, so you needed something good.
Okay, so because I have a shadow cloak, that was the trait that I was looking for. So I have shadow cloak as my shadowborn. While in darkness, taking the hide makes me invisible, so I'm unseen and unheard while invisible. So I'm going to take a shot at it with my bow, which as a shadowborn, I multi-classed into the shadowborn, or the shadow sorcerer. So when I make a martial attack, my attacks deal +1 bonus damage made against a creature while I'm hidden. So I'm going to take a shot at it with my, so that's 1, 2. I'm going to take a shot at it with my bow. I'm going to use AP for power, and I'm going to use an SP for dazed condition that I can do as part of being a scion. Nope, I can't do that. I didn't take that one. Nope, so I'm just going to use a SP for power as well.
Okay.
So double power. Attack check. 17.
It's PD or AD?
PD.
PD? It does hit, but just a normal hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 2 base. Power, so 4 damage.
Nice. Very good.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
And what did you hit it with? Was it like a firebolt or a bow?
No, my bow. Yeah, just a bow. Piercing shot. Yep. Just my bow.
And the wings on the moths have these like little eyes, right? And you happen to shoot basically right through one of the eyes to make a hole in one of the wings.
Oh, nice.
And
Don't forget that other one's bleeding too. It's losing a hip
Yep, the other one in the other dimension.
dimension. Yeah. No, it may not matter, but just in case.
No, it's good to remind me. I appreciate that. Now, next up is going to be the Moth Last in Initiative, and it's going to do a little something like this. It's going to use 3 AP to just be drawn straight to the flame, and it still has 1 AP to give a big gust. And it's actually going to try to not only push the flame, but anything around it. So it's going to be pushing this flame kind of closer to the dwarf. And the gust,
Oh no.
just to see how well it works, because it's doing it against an inanimate object. This didn't work all that well, honestly.
Yeah.
Put
Moved
it out or
it,
something.
almost, honestly. Moved it 3 spaces. The root's still on fire, but like it didn't help.
Okay.
If anything, it moved itself closer to the fire. And that's going to be the 2 moths' turns. But the dwarves are already crapping themselves. They've got 2 gigantic moths right behind them, and they don't even know where their help's at because they can't see it behind them all. This is going to be a hard
Very
check for these guys.
I know I shouldn't have moved that way.
Okay. I really wanted to do a GM roll, but I don't want to make it mean.
Yeah, let us see.
Hey.
It's exciting to see it.
I am also good with not seeing because it makes it more exciting that way too.
I think I'm going to let you guys know because it'll be pretty.
I didn't want to know.
Never mind, I don't want to know. Yeah, take it away.
So this is a fail from one of the dwarves. Jeff, in fact, is just sweating bullets, not barely able to contain his fear.
Freaking Jeff.
I know it. Everybody.
Oh.
But as he swings one big swing into this living iron, it shatters a large portion of it. Such a large chunk that he's got a huge one in his hand, but you can tell that there's cracks all throughout that chunk. Jeff says, "I'm good to go, let's go." But the other 2 are still necessarily trying to do it correctly.
Yeah.
There's been 1 success, 1 fail, and we need 1 more round to see if these guys can clutch their harvesting. We're
Okay.
gonna go back
Got
to the top of the round. And
By the way,
just-
Magnus, I love the idea. So that's like to whisper to Magnus. When we have time to talk about this, the messed up stuff might be an interesting way of making like a cursed item. I think I could still see value in messed up rock. But anyways, we'll keep.
Yep.
And to take it to the top of the round, just so I don't forget, let's go ahead and get a contested charisma check for the one off in the separate dimension.
Oh no, that was your roll. Never mind.
Yeah.
No offense.
Oh,
Ooh,
good. Oh,
Thank
good.
goodness. You've rolled so much. Thank goodness for advantage.
You have.
Oh
rolled so
my
many
gosh.
dude.
I have rolled a lot of 1s. Oh
Good
my
thing.
gosh.
Good
Yeah.
thing this isn't like the dangerous encounters like the Naga.
Yeah. Oh
This
yeah.
would be
Oh
so
my gosh. Yeah. All right. So that's 3 that it's failed now. Then.
Yes, and that is long enough for it to be permanently banished to that realm.
Good. That helps
Yeah,
us
yeah.
a lot.
But something a bit troubling is going to happen because it will appear right back into this area, but it'll be dead because it's suffocated. That realm no longer exists. You simply banished it to a void from where it used to exist at. It's faded into a void. Now that the spell has dropped, it's back here.
Oh wow! I'm gonna look at his friends and just be like, "What? What you got, son? What you got?"
Are you still hidden? Or are you...
No, I'm still. Well, no, I wouldn't be because I took that shot with a bow.
All right.
But we are at the
Oh no!
top of the
Oh
realm.
no! I am hidden still because my bow, one of the properties on my bow was silent, so I would still be hidden actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good synergy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use my crossbow on this guy that I've got the hunter's mark on, and I'm also hidden from. So I'm gonna get double advantage on this guy.
Okay.
So 22.
Ooh, very good. On its PD 80.
PD. Sorry, yeah, 22 on against PD. Ignoring
this-
any damage reduction.
You've done this one twice, but you are so freaking close to being able to hit a brutal hit on it.
Okay.
If it was 80, you probably would have had it. But it's a heavy hit for sure.
So base is 3 on this crossbow. I get an extra 1 cheap shot. I get an extra damage on martial attacks against creatures that I'm hidden from. Brings me up to 4. And then 1 more because it's an 80.
Nice.
So it's going to be 5.
And you do see that this moth is starting to bleed a green goo, kind of like from its body. It's got like a little bit of that like magical dust from its wings coming off of it. But this green goo is kind of like starting to just like envelop all of that and drag it to the ground. You have a bloodied monster before you.
Okay. I got a sword in the back because I hit something I was hidden from.
How much damage did you do?
And
It was 5.
shoot, I forgot to do That's okay. I still have 2 AP left, so for my last 2 AP, I will shoot it again. And let's think for a second. If I don't reload it, I can overcome that disadvantage. So I won't reload my crossbow at the end, but I will hit it with just a regular attack.
Mhm.
I will use debilitating strike, which I should have done the first time. Still waiting for us to do. And I'm gonna go for hindered.
Okay.
So we need to make a physical save, keep from being hindered, less bleeding, and then I get a D8 as well. I get a bunch of stuff's gonna do extra damage, so hopefully keep it this thing. Oh jeez, of course. Okay.
That's
I'm
the
assuming an 8 against PD does not hit.
Oh no, unfortunately that does not hit the PD.
I didn't think so.
And you
Alright,
said,
but the physical save.
okay, cool. I'm rolling pretty bad today too.
Right, well, it
Nice.
is still hindered and is now bleeding.
Yeah. Very cool.
So at
And,
least I've got that going for me.
You just made a bloodied creature bleed.
Yeah. And that's it for me.
Even better. And that's actually going to be its turn, bringing it to another point of damage, but it's starting to get pretty angry.
I'm no longer hit too.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So let's shot it, so.
The fluttering from its wings is starting to pick up a little bit of wind as it's starting to look right at Yogg. It's going to do another one of its classic mind games to see if it can't catch you in another fear. We're going to go ahead and go for a contested save.
Mental, I assume?
Yes, please.
Ooh, okay, that's not bad.
Ooh,
17!
nice.
Yo, you just pulled it off. That's awesome.
Yeah. Like, you have Magnus yelling at you like, Yogg, it is not real. It is not real.
I'm seeing it bleed. Yeah, I got my friend, backing me up in my mind. You don't scare me!
It's going to make sure that you don't mean that.
Bring it on!
And it's going to do another move right over here, 6 feet, to literally try to land on you with a flutter step to hopefully push you back and maybe even off the wall.
Nice, okay.
Contested physical save to see how well it goes.
I don't approve of physical saves. Just kidding, my endurance, that's still okay. 19!
Dang,
Nice.
you're doing good.
Nice.
I am not.
Only
So-
when I'm not attacking.
Yeah, right. So yeah, it moved, it did its spores, and it even tried to push you off the wall, but nothing's working because Yogg is sturdy. And it's back down to Magnus's turn.
I am going to.
This one distracted.
This is the one that's. So this one is the one that's bleeding, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got it right where I want it.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm
Get the other
far enough
one
away.
away from the dwarves.
I'm gonna spend an AP to move. No, I'm not gonna spend an AP. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at this one over here. So I'm gonna spend an AP to cast Firebolt. I am going
Move it
to.
over so we can see Yogg.
So I'm
No,
gonna
I like that I'm like dancing around underneath it or something.
I'm gonna do Firebolt for 1 AP, damage for 1 AP, burn for 1 AP, and then I'm gonna use my last AP for advantage. So I really want to make sure this hits. No, I'm gonna do my last AP for damage. Yeah. Do I have?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, rolling for advantage, like it's just not. It's not worth it sometimes. Sometimes, like cost-wise, like looking at cost-wise, sometimes it's not always the greatest thing to always try to roll with advantage. So I'm just gonna try to do more damage because I want to try to do as much damage as I can on it.
Absolutely.
Oh no, take that back. I need to gain SP back. So as a Scion, I can use spell enhancements or Sonic Mind, learn, Cybolt, mental save. Nope, I can't do that. Nope. I needed to fail a mental save to gain SP back. I need to distract the door. I need to distract from the door. So yeah, I'm gonna do all that. I'm gonna do an attack check.
Okay.
12. Yeah.
On its PD?
Yeah. It's not gonna hit, is it?
No, unfortunately, that is a miss.
Yeah. That would be my turn then.
Okay. And the last moth is the one up here, and it's still kind of like more or less occupied with the flame here, but it did try its best to put it out. So with one more wind-infused stomp, it's going to see if it can physical check its way through this fire.
Good.
It can't.
Good.
It's honestly just spreading it all over this
I was about to delete it, but now it's like...
I feel like it's getting on it. It's getting on him. Like his...
It's getting pretty close. He's just going to be like a giant firefly after this. But it does see that it's making the situation worse, and it's going to try to part its ways from here. So it's already down 2 AP as it moves over here. And it's going to go for the fear spell, but it was actually a paralysis when it comes to Magnus. So it's going to go for that magic dust to hopefully get it infused.
What kind of save is it?
Just a mental check.
Mental. Okay.
Come on, use your brain. Use that big brain of yours.
17.
Man, you guys are just doing good. Even when I go middle of the road, you go one more.
Yeah.
And
you cannot paralyze me. My mind is stronger than you.
Very cool. And
we're smack talking these mods that obviously don't speak common, like right? Like
yeah, no.
You don't gotta understand the language to know good smack talk.
Yeah.
True.
But we are going to go for another roll for the dwarves here, and they look a little bit less concerned with their surroundings, so it's not as bad this time, but it's definitely not a forced success. So we'll see where we land.
That's a crit. That's a crit, baby.
That's 2 successes to make up for dumb Jeff. And all 3 of your smiths are ready to go.
We should have hindered Jeff. Is who we should have hindered.
I'm gonna slow him and we'll just leave him behind.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Hey, I have some MP left. I can cast slow time on him.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Instead of the mods we casted on him, he'll slow him down for us. Get your sword, Jeff. Come on.
But it's technically top of the round, but your smiths want to get the absolute heck out of here. If you guys would like to continue combat, I won't stop you. But the dwarves are definitely a hindrance in your combat capability.
If they can start fleeing, I'd like to do at least one more round.
Yeah, I want to do a round. I wanted to do a round to slow them down, like to distract, basically give them advantage to get out of there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, definitely. And we'll go through one more round and see what the check does for these guys to be able to get out of here. Kind of like it would have been their smithing check at the end, but we'll just do it for escaping.
Yeah.
All right, if I would like to use... I'm within melee range, right? Like, I'm no longer... Because he's, like, on me?
Yeah, it tried to land
spear
on you the last time.
Okay. Because I've got concealed property on my circus spear, so I want to, like, just whip that all of a sudden and try to stab it with the spear, so I can get double advantage here again on this first attack. And my spear is pumped up, so I have better to hit on it anyways.
Nice.
Okay, about 26. Yeah. Okay, brutal. And this is, its base is the 2 cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get 1 for cheap shot, because I just hit something that has a condition.
Nice.
So we gain stamina. Okay. And then 2 more for it being brutal. So that's going to be 5 damage it's going to take.
Ooh, very, very good. This moth is having so much trouble it can't even fly anymore. Above table, it's got 3 hit points left.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Good hit. Good hit.
Nice.
Oh, hey, did you Hunter's Mark that?
Yeah, it's Hunter's Marked.
So you'd have a D8 now on it too then, right? Or a D6 or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna... Let's see. I will reload... So I used 1 just now for that first attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then reload the crossbow and attack with it. And then I could reload it again. Yeah. So I'll reload and attack it. So there'll be 2 more stamina. And actually, you know what? I'll give myself advantage so I don't have disadvantage. I'll negate, because I'll do extra damage since I hit it with the same crossbow last time. And crossbows get the +1 damage for that, at least until we get the update. So let's do that. Let's use all of the rest of that. Or did that make any sense? Or is it better to hit it with the same spear because I have a higher to hit? Yeah, I'm going to kill it either way, actually. I'm going to hit it. I'm just going to use 2 more so I can hit it to just give myself advantage if I do. I don't need advantage though. Okay, yeah, I will reload the crossbow as my 4th, but then I'm going to use 2 for a regular attack using the spear again. That's what I'll do. That way I can keep my +8 on this. Yeah, 18 against PD.
Nice. And I think that's just normal hit. Yeah, just normal hit. Very close though. To a heavy.
Oh, if I could actually throw on debilitating strike as well.
Sure. And didn't you have a D8?
I'm about to. Yeah, so that's right. I have a D8 now.
Okay.
So I actually have a 26 to hit.
Okay.
Thank you.
Back to brutal.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. So base of 2. And then sheep shot makes it 3, and then the brutal makes it 5 again. And then there's no reason for it to make a save because it'll be dead if it strike. But I guess I would gain one back, so it'll be neutral anyway. So, and the next person, no, it doesn't matter. It's just dead. And then I can move it right here, maybe. Okay. There's only 3 life, right? I just did 5 more. That, and then yeah, that's it. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Nice, good move. And this. Yeah. It honestly just died in the least spectacular way for the moth, but one of the most spectacular ways for you, just like spear, right through the bottom, right through the bottom, right through the bottom. There's like 9 holes in it now, and it just falls to the ground. A nice big big puddle of green blood all over that rock on the bottom. And that was next up in initiative, so it's right to Magnus.
Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to cast slow time on Jeff. I'm gonna cast slow time on the last moth that's right here. So it's an AP and an MP, and I think I have two MP right now. So that's 1 AP, 1 MP. Slow time for creature in range. Make a spell check contested by the target's repeated charisma save. The target, if it's a success, the target will be slowed and stunned. I am going to spend an extra MP to do lethargy, so the target is slowed and stunned 2 instead of 1 is what I'm going to end up doing. So I'm trying to slow it 2 and stun it 2.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's just going to be so a spell if it lands, but so a spell check versus a charisma check.
Okay. Luckily they're not very talkative either.
22.
8.
Now
Nice.
we're rolling.
Yeah. So this will be stun 2 and slow 2 at this point, and I'm going to spend an AP to move over here. So that'd be 2 AP. I'm going to spend an AP to reload, and then my last AP just to take a firebolt shot at it. No, I'm not gonna reload. What am I gonna reload for? I'm gonna spend an AP to take a firebolt attack and increase the damage on it.
Sounds good to me.
Nat 20, so 25.
You got yourself a brutal hit from that one, and since it's probably a base damage of 2, right?
Yeah.
So we got at least 4 damage from the base, and then brutal, and then another 2, because we got 6 damage right off the bat, and you're just blowing chunks right out of its wing. And it's a little bit crispy, like the wing that you just blew a hole through.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be like, I told you, you cannot mess with me. And then I'm just gonna look back to it. Like I don't want to just look back to see what the dwarves are doing at this point.
And the dwarves are packing their stuff up, and they're trying to get out of here. They're about to make a leap across to hopefully get by this scene, so that way you guys can safely flee.
All right.
And
that's my turn.
Okay, nice. And the last one in initiative was going to be the moth, and it just saw 2 of its best friends die. One almost instantly, one in front of its eyes. And it's going to try to flee as slowly as it possibly can.
It's only got 2. It's only got 2 AP at this point.
Yep. And its movement is hindered as well, and its movement's only 6, so it gets like 10 spaces in the air.
Yeah.
And now we're going to the skill check for the dwarves. In all reality, they shouldn't even really have to make a skill check because everything's basically taken care of. But we're gonna see if Jeff screws up, and he didn't.
Good job, Jeff.
And the dwarves are able to flee. They found their ropes connected to the side of the ravine that you guys left for them. And Magnus was even smart enough to leave a couple of those out as well. So they found them, they reached them, they're climbing, and at the same time that they think they need to run, you guys send these giant monsters packing. And the dwarves are really relieved to know that they brought themselves effective bodyguards.
We still have one moth,
Worried about
right?
Moths?
There is
There-
one
there-
moth left, but it's trying to flee upwards.
Yog.
I mean, do I get extra XP if we bring it down?
Unfortunately, we're not an XP crew.
Yeah.
Can I ride it?
You
I
know?
think you'll have to make a pollen check.
I'm immune to your fear.
So the dwarves are gone, right? They're up the top of the thing.
Yep, they're currently fleeing successfully.
Okay. I'm gonna stay. I'm not gonna so much attack the moth, but I want to make it sound like we're doing stuff to drive it away. I'm just gonna make a commotion that we're driving it away. So I'm gonna throw like a fireball, and I'm gonna throw another fireball. But I'm not trying to hit the moth. I'm just trying to make a show for the dwarves, and I'm gonna yell out at them, "Get out of here now! Go!" Because I don't want them to know that it's slowed, but I want them to think that we're doing this big, massive like fight against it right now.
Okay.
And like
And
we could even call out, there's another wave coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Sure. They have no reason to distrust you.
yeah.
Let's go try our hand at mining some ore.
Yeah, buddy. That's exactly what I want to do. Yep. Yeah. So I want to. Yeah. I like now that if they're gone and they like hotel, then this moth we don't have to worry about. Yeah. I'm gonna look at Yog and I'm gonna be like, you want to take a crack at this and see what we can get?
We gotta make it quick because like there still could be other dangerous things in the forest. So
Yeah.
let's do it though. Can we spin around to do a little bit of mining ourselves?
Absolutely. And so, how this is going to work, I wasn't sure if you guys were going to try to mine the iron yourselves, but I made a scenario for it. The ore panics if it's treated violently. Each time you mess up, you'll harm the ore. 0 bruises is a perfect living iron ore. 1 to 2 bruises is like a fussy child, more or less, if we're going to relay it to people. You can enchant it, you can smith it, but it becomes more difficult, and someone with a lot of skill is going to need to use it. 3+ bruises is unforgettable. All of the defects will be seen through in the forge. So if you mess up more than 3 times, you've likely just destroyed something precious and valuable.
I think we still want messed up ones. I still think we could use those as like cursed items, basically. You could make them look like enchanted and things, but they would totally just like blow up in your face.
Totally.
Yeah, because I think that would even come in handy, like jewelry and like placing it somewhere, like someone that we don't want, and we can okay. But I do want to try to succeed.
Of course.
So if you guys
Have something
want
I can use.
Yeah.
If you guys want to try it, I need a 10, a 12, and a 15 for 3 successes.
Okay.
What do I roll?
What do you think works best, but this is going to be more physical than it would be mental.
Okay. So
Do we need to roll
want-
different things each time, or can they be the same?
You're more than willing to roll the same thing each time, and I would also say that this is inherently magical, so arcane could apply.
Trickery? It's like finesse with your hands. Not exactly trickery, but
I'll allow it.
I'll take at least one roll of trickery. That's the 12.
That's your success with 10,
Okay.
and then we're gonna need
So
a
it's-
12 and a 15.
It goes up each time I see. Okay,
Yes.
that's fair.
If you'd
so,
like
so
to,
you got it.
yeah, if you'd
so
like
you
to,
gotta
Do I
success.
keep rolling?
if you'd like to do yours at the same time, Magnus, we totally can. But if you want to do all 3 of yours, Yog, just to see how it goes, go ahead. Should be pretty quick.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That was so close, dude. All right. You have 1 bruise on your nearly perfect living iron ore. And that's still quite valuable.
Nice. Okay. I'm
And-
going to do. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say whatever chunk you grab is enough for 1 weapon, whatever you chose. Like if you were going to get a big old battle axe, that's the size you grabbed. If you were going to get like a dual wielding pair of daggers, that's the size you chose.
So what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna play it out like this, right? Both of the skills that I'm gonna use are the same number, but so I'm not doing repeated, because I think like that's like doing the repeated skills or like multiple check penalty or something like that. So yeah, but so I'm gonna do it as I'm gonna use trickery and awareness. Like I want to kind of like look at the rock, kind of see where I want to hit, and then skillfully like what I saw the dwarves doing, like where I made fun of them for making like small little hits and all that. That's essentially what I want to try to be mimicking what I saw the dwarves doing. Is what I'm being a little aware and using trickery with my hands.
Absolutely.
So
10.
Right.
Yep. Got a good one. Ooh. Unfortunately, the second one is a blemish. Would you like to see what the third one is going to be as well?
Yeah. So I gotta
get this.
I gotta get a 15, right?
Yep.
10 or better. That's good odds.
No, it's not.
No. Honestly though, you have 2 blemishes, which is not an invaluable product. It's still able to be smithed, enchanted, and all of that. But if it was 3, you would have ruined it.
Okay, so this is what is it? You said it was at this many blemishes. It's what type of sentience?
So for a living iron to be sentient, it is a very rare occurrence, and it would probably have to be perfect.
Okay, so with 2 blemishes, still usable.
Yeah, it's usable but fussy. Like if I was going to relay it to a child.
Okay.
But you guys,
we should probably get. My only fear is like if we do this too much longer, he's going to be like, all right, and you find the bodies of the dwarves and you go back up in the forest.
Yeah, no, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Like, I'm ready to go. Ready to go.
Yeah, let's go catch up and.
You guys did a great job, honestly.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna use mine to do probably bad things with it.
So, I mean, one thing that was very loosely mentioned about the living iron ore was it's actually very easy to enchant it, but it's also very easy to corrupt it. So if a inherently evil person was like smithing this or wielding it, it would be corrupted in the way that they are like using it. So evil things done with this living iron would corrupt things like the sentient capabilities of it, more or less, I guess. So like the sword will almost have an alignment in a way. So easily to corrupt, easy to enchant.
Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but
do we make it back safely?
Yeah, definitely. There's not necessarily too much in your way. You've cleared out both of the obstacles that were here. Like, honestly, it's kind of crazy that I didn't assume that you guys were going to take care of them. I just figured we were going to, like, go around them in many ways, but you were like,
exterminate them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill every living thing.
So that was awesome.
If it lives, it must die. If we catch up to the dwarf.
Armor?
What'd you say?
Can you do armor with this living iron?
I believe you could, but it wouldn't be necessarily the same as if it was a weapon.
I don't know if we got that much to make armor. Well, you're kind of a small guy.
Yeah, and we stole all this stuff earlier too.
Yeah. But like a handful of stuff.
Yeah.
But as you guys do get back to the gates of Enza, you are handsomely rewarded by the 3 dwarves who have overly exceeded their expectations of this mission. Not only does all 3 of the dwarves get to have a chunk of pure iron, living iron ore, and Jeff gets the one he screwed up too, but all 3 of them get one of those, and you guys get 1,000 gold each.
Oh.
Nice.
Yog has more money than he knows what to do with.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do we have a minute to? I was gonna say, do we have a minute to resolve some of the things like pieces we got? Is that something we could like sell?
No, hold on. No. Before we part with the dwarves, I want to ask them again, but I want to do it very menacingly. Like I'm gonna go up to them, and I'm actually gonna now that even after they paid us, I'm gonna take that gold. I'm gonna look at it, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna grab Thorin, and I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna hold him and be like, who did we get this for? Who did we almost die for?
Okay.
And so I'll do like a little intimidation check, but I'm gonna do it like telepathically, reaching into his mind to say it. So like I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
Okay. Let's see how well it works.
Seeing Magnus walk up like that, I'm also thinking he wants to know who this is for too, and I want to like get out that bag and like show them my gooey bag of moth dust as a way of being like, it would be a good idea if we knew, who this was for.
22.
25.
25.
Really good. So, are you using your mind to intimidate them, or are you talking to them outside of the Enza gate?
No, I'm using my mind because we're in Enza, so I'm using my mind.
Okay, definitely. And in a way, you're able to like interrogate them to a point where they begin to like even visualize the person in which like contracted them to try and get something just that little bit closer to being able to like be real. And this flashes before your eyes as we're right back to the ore in your hand.
I believe. Okay. It is okay. Okay.
Would Magnus tell me who? Because I would obviously, I'm not telepathic. So.
No, I wouldn't say anything yet. Not yet. Yeah.
When we're alone, I would definitely ask. Okay, did you figure out who it was?
Well, I mean, are you want to do that right now? Like, so I'm done with them, right? So we're done with them.
Yep.
And
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would be like, I believe, if I recall, it is a Terraborn that has contracted them, and I believe it's the Karn Obsidia.
Are these? It might be a good idea if we keep a tab on these dwarves. Or do we know if they're local to Enza or if they are going to be traveling with us or somewhere else?
And so they were the smiths of Enza. They are local to our town.
Yeah. I think we need to remind them of who they're loyal to, and they will not be providing who is not our considered ally.
Yep.
With weapons like this.
Agreed.
They have tried to depart, and you would have their like cards more or less. And all three of them were essentially head smiths of their own specific shops. So there are influential people in themselves, just in the crafting sector of town.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to find them for sure.
Yeah, but I think this is something we'd go back and I would mention to Sister Anya and be like, we need to have the Vanguard watching them, and we need to bring them in to speak with them, especially again after the events from the memory dream vision thing that Magnus was part of. He's definitely going to talk with Sister Anya and be like, we need someone on them, and we need to bring them all in and speak with them on what it is that they were contracted to make.
Hey, knowing that Magnus is also willing to go a little off script like Yag is, I totally would do all of those things, and then I would say, I think we should maybe like leave them a little present in their bed to like, like just like a little note that says, it has something like, so like it's like an envelope that would be like on their pillow, and it would be very simple about like something along the lines of like them making sure they are loyal to Enza, and in the envelope could be some of the powder from the moth, just like a little bit of powder.
Oh man. I was gonna leave it up to the Radiant Vanguard to do it.
No, I think I would go tell the Vanguard, like, okay, you guys take care of it, and then go leave them a little message.
Yeah. Okay. And then while we're also doing our stuff, I'll reach in, grab out the bag of holding, and I'll get out the living ore that hit those rocks that we got. And I don't know we had a handful, so about like, I think, was that like 6 chunks?
A handful of, let's say, shard like things. So I'd say around 20 to 30.
Okay.
Could we find Thorin, like figure out who the Thorin brothers' like biggest rivals are, and go ask them like, hey, by the way, your rivals have access to this. We can give you some, but what could you make for us?
So consequently, all three of the people you escorted were both in cahoots, but also rivals in their own right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, so I was gonna say they're all kind of rivals, like amongst each other, but they're also still master smiths for it. So that's why that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to bring them in. I really just want to bring them in and make sure they understand who they work for, who their loyalties lie with, and find out and interrogate them to find out like what was it they were asked to make, like what were they asked to make. But I don't think we need to go to a rival. Be like, hey, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll give you the 10, so if we all think about 20 shards, I'll give you 10 of the shards, split them up and give you 20 of the shards. But, hey, if we don't have much more, I do gotta go. for me, it's really late, and we have to get up early in the morning. I was telling Homer at the beginning of we're actually down in Disney right now.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I've been trying to stay a little quiet. I think she's sleeping still, but I do got to go. I hate to cut it short for the end, but I really appreciate it. Alex, great session. I know it was like a last minute prep, but great session, honestly.
Thank you.
That's
I really
awesome.
appreciate that. And thank you.
3 degrees where I am.
Yeah. And hey, thanks for letting me use the 0.10 stuff to kind of bring that in and see how that worked. That banish spell was pretty cool. That came in clutch, so that was good. But
Can't wait to see you pull out death.
oh, I thought about using it. I really did. But I said early on I wasn't going to take it, so I left it on the side. But no, I had a really great session, guys. Really fun time, and I'll see you guys next week then. Okay.
Definitely. See you guys next week.
All right. Later.
All right, good night.
Later, everybody.
They say I drink enchantment fast like ink into a page. Spellblades love a steel that listens, warlocks love a cage. Bless me and I'll carry it, curse me and I'll carry it too. Like I was made to carry burdens when most metals won't do.